What's up, everybody? How are you? Who's ready for a really fun day of streaming? We have a really great event today. A 4-player mini bracket, getting everyone ready for our next CRL community event on its way. And it is sponsored by a really amazing sponsor in Raid Shadow Legends. Huge shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for being a part of this today. Hi everybody, it's your friend Rich Slayton, ready for what's going to be a really excellent day. We got Clash Royale happening today. We got Raid Shadow Legends today. Big shout out to Raid for sponsoring today's stream. You can go ahead and download them here, and also in the link in the description below. Link should be coming in chat a little bit later as well. And we'll be doing a great 4-person bracket here in Clash Royale. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and do some Raid Shadow Legends, show you a game I've been playing. And this is really true. Been playing a ton. I have been grinding Raid. I did a stream with them a while back and kind of got addicted. So we're going to do another fun one today. And speaking of fun stuff today, we have a new co-caster here with us today as we switch over to our gameplay view. You can see him in the clan right now. SK, great YouTuber, phenomenal Expo player. SK, how you doing?
Yo, what's going on, everyone? I'm doing great, Rich. Very happy to be here. It's my first time formally casting any professional level games, so very excited for that.
Well, I'm super excited to have you here, and again, really excited to have this fun sponsor on the day and have all of you here to be a part of what's going to be a really, really fun day. I see Aslan saying, "What's up, Expo Goat?" You know, I don't know if I actually put the chat. Usually I put the chat over the stream here. I'm going to have to go ahead and add that in just a little bit. But we're going to have our first game coming up here in just a couple of moments. Let me go ahead and switch us back to our cam view. And I need to go ahead very quickly and add in, there is some of SK's audio here joining us as we get our first game going. Folks, what's the format going to be today? It's a 4-player mini bracket with a really cool lineup, as you guys already saw. Lucas versus Minnie, Wallace versus Adriel, all former world finalists here today. And then the winner will take home $50. And after that, we're going to play a whole bunch of Raid Shadow Legends. Again, our sponsor for the day, who's making this and other events like this one possible. So please make sure that you stick around when we get there so we can have a whole lot of fun with Raid. SK, predictions on this lineup today.
All right, so for the first match, we're getting, did you say it was Lucas versus Adriel?
It's going to be, here we go, jumping into it. It's Wallace versus Adriel.
Okay, let me take a look. Honestly, both of these guys are amazing players, but I'm going to have to give it to Adriel just because I saw his performance in CRL lately, and he's been on a tear, you know, taking out amazing players. So I think he's just been practicing a lot, been performing very well. But I think obviously Wallace is going to put up a solid fight too.
And let's go ahead and see how they start things off. Little pig cycle for Adriel.
Yeah.
And how much void do you expect to see today?
I feel like so this is duels, right? I feel like we'll probably see it at the very least every other set minimum because it's such a strong card. It's so solid. I would not be surprised to see it at least every other set, if not every set. It does synergize with Beatdown primarily, so it's going to be the question of, you know, which decks can they really fit Void in. Obviously the main one being Giant Void, but also Lava Void does just fine. I think this is a pretty interesting deck by Wallace right here. I thought it was going to be Royal Giant, but it actually looks like it's some kind of drill control. So I was going to say, you know, Adriel's Inferno Tower pick would do a lot of justice for him, but now might change things up and actually be kind of useless, honestly, against Wallace's drill-type deck.
Well, first minute and 20 away, and so far a slight lead for Adriel, who does add a bit to it with that touch there from the Monk. Monk for Monk to kick things off.
Very interesting too. Was not expecting to see a double Monk to start things out. Looks like Wallace might not actually have any kind of response for Adriel's Firecracker right now. You know, arrows would be the main one. Because it looks like he definitely has a Tornado. You know, most of these drill decks always run a Tornado to synergize with the Magic Archer especially, the Evo Bomber, and also the drill itself. So I'm expecting at least a Tornado and maybe another small spell or a building as his last 2 cards. So I think Adriel can try and abuse the Firecracker in this matchup. And also, actually, I feel like he, does not have a building, or else he would have had easy counters to these pigs already. So far looking like a great start for Adriel, to be honest.
Well, nothing less than what you expect from Adriel, of course, after not only his long and solid career, but performance at World Finals this year. Of course, both these guys at World Finals in Helsinki 2023. As we go to the final 33, it's now Wallace's turn to get a bit back here. Electro Dragon mixed in with Drill. Really interesting to see.
And we do get the Evo Bomber.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, only one, though. I thought it would be a double bounce. But huge counterpush coming back. And the problem, as I mentioned, still persists for Wallace. He has no way of getting that pesky Firecracker off the board. Still staying alive, still getting tower damage. That was like 250 coming in. Another set of pigs to support this Firecracker, and it just looks really tough. Also, these bats with the NATO out of cycle now, they're going to go absolutely crazy. I think this is probably game right here, if not very soon.
And folks, I do see the Nightbot getting a little bit aggressive here. I added it specifically to do something. Let me see if I can disable some of the weird. Yeah, I did. There we go. I disabled some of the weird things it was doing. It's supposed to be throwing in a message every once in a while. I don't know why it hasn't yet. So I'll try to keep Nightbot from getting too aggressive here. Callum Reeves saying, "What is this tournament?" Well, this is a really fun special event bracket, a mini bracket sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. You can see the link there on the bottom left-hand side of your screen, making this possible for today. And very excited, very happy to have Raid as a sponsor for this 4-person mini bracket. Winner take all, $50.
I noticed that for game 1, Adriel was playing a cycle deck, but he actually did not use the log, so could be either Hog Rider or maybe Minor Poison out of him for this game too. Especially Hog Rider because there's no Tornado for Wallace anymore since he just used it. And we do see a very fast cycle deck coming out of Adriel. I'm expecting this to be Graveyard out of Wallace from what I've seen so far. Okay, actually Lava Hound, never mind. Lava with Archers, very interesting decision here. And Evo Tesla will be very solid for Adriel on defense here. Now, we definitely could see the Void, as you asked me earlier, to just nuke that Tesla out of orbit. I would expect to see it here, because Lava Void is... We do see the Void right there, nuking the LP. And so you can basically always use it to either kill a Tesla or kill an LP every single time. It's pretty viable. Poison Force out in defense, and Adriel does have a decent deck, although his cycle is... I mean, he has LP and Tesla, but that's about it. You know, he doesn't have too much air. So I think this looks alright for Wallace. Great bridge block. If that didn't happen, he might have actually taken some damage here, so great awareness. Just preventing the Valk from crossing and tanking for the balloon, of course. Just allowing for a perfect defense on that one. But this is... I feel like it's going to be an uphill battle for Adriel. Just because he does not have too much air defense.
And thanks for carrying there for a minute as I solved some technical problems. One of the best parts about having a co-caster when we're doing all this stuff.
Yeah, all good, all good.
Someone to carry for a moment. And it's interesting, you know, the 2 decks everyone's complaining about right now, obviously Giant being one of them. Lava Void has been, I have been seeing, you know, you and I are in some of the same chats with the pros, and I've seen the Lava Void just be absolutely trashed by the pro players. What makes this deck so difficult to handle and at the same time so popular?
Yeah, so we mainly see it on ladder, right? And this tournament format that you're hosting looks like it's going to be with the Princess Tower, but Lava Hound in general is actually super strong against Dagger Duchess especially, because you just overwhelm them with the high HP Hound, and then all the support troops that overwhelm them. So I think that's a big reason why, even before the Void, Lava was a pretty popular deck. And now we're seeing the Void just pair so well with it because it's basically the perfect spell to complement the deck. You know, it's a heavy deck, but you have a cheap spell that can nuke so many counters. You know, one of the biggest counters to Lava decks, Executioner, for example. Void will solo that 3 for 5 +2 trade. it's very rare that you have such an efficient spell for those purposes, you know, for taking out a Tesla or a little Prince. Right here we might see a Void come down, yup, on the Tesla and the LP. It's not going to kill either one, but is going to cripple both. And Adriel actually defending pretty well, you know, putting in work, but I still feel like the momentum should go towards Wallace as we head into triple. And I guess just generally the meta recently has kind of favored this Void-centric playstyle where you can just nuke stuff for cheap, like you don't even have to think really. And it's even pretty good against other things too, you know, it's not just good at nuking single target stuff. It can kill archers in 2 ticks, I believe. It can kill skeletons in 1, unless they're 5 targets, so it's a very versatile spell, and for 3 elixir, you really just can't go wrong. As you see right there again, nuking that LP out of existence. A lot of damage coming in for Wallace as a result. And still has a big counter. Yeah, this might be it, honestly. Poison comes down, not before the Mega Minion's about to get onto the tower. And then he's going to have to Tesla for the balloon, so he can't afford anything for the balloon. Yeah, that's... He does get back to the Tesla, but really feels like an uphill battle, you know? It's just overwhelm after overwhelm, and this is what Void kind of does. It just really pushes you to the limits on defense, because you're getting negative trades with the Void being so useful.
And the return of the Mega Minion, which for a long time, Mega Minion was during the Baby Dragon Mega Minion Dark Prince era, maybe back in 2019, and then pretty much disappeared with the rise of Phoenix, in particular Phoenix, really. But it seems like Mega Minion disappeared for a long time, and then we've gone back to a bit of a Mega Minion meta again. Here we go. And this is, I wanted to ask you about this one. 2 cards that have been popping up a whole lot more in the last couple of weeks. Princess and Barb Barrel. Obviously, of course, a long-time pairing, but we even saw Mohamed Light run a bunch of Princess and a Minor deck this weekend. Thoughts on these appearances?
All right, so I'll start with the Princess. I actually just made a YouTube video about the Princess and my thoughts on it in the state of the game today, so very apt topic. But I talked to a bunch of pros about this, mainly Riley, the best logbait player, and then Julesy, Mohamed Light's coach, and why he picked it actually. And so Princess's strength right now is for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's the meta. You know, everyone is running Void arrows. Look at Adriel's deck right now, which looks to be Lava Hound, by the way, maybe Lava triple spell, where they're running arrows and Void, so they don't have a log most of the time, especially the beatdown decks. So they just can't kill Princess for a positive trade, so it just gets value like that. You know, you play it at the bridge, it gets damage, and they arrows it off. You see right here, my case in point, he voids it, still gets 1 hit on the tower. 3 for 3, free damage on the tower. But then there's also the fact that, again, it's a Dagger Duchess heavy meta. So we're seeing a lot of people Princess bridge, and then any troop you play to counter the Princess, you don't normally have to respond as the Princess user. So say your opponent plays a Phoenix on it, the Dagger Duchess will solo a Phoenix for free, including the egg. So that's a -1 for the opponent who played the Phoenix, and it still kills the entire Phoenix. So it's a mix of that, both the meta resulting in spells not being great counters to the Princess, and then also the fact that Dagger Duchess is kind of a bailout on anything you play for the Princess. And we actually did see it in other decks, not just Logbait. You know, Mo was playing that Minor Poison deck that he dominated with. Looks like this is the exact deck Wallace is playing, although you can run a Goblin Barrel over the Minor as well. It's kind of up to preference. But yeah, that's the main reason, the meta and also the Dagger Duchess, and it's just been seeing crazy rounds recently.
And here we go, lava up for Adriel as we enter the final 45 seconds. It is tied 1-1 so far. This is, for those of you asking, a single elimination 4-player mini bracket sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, who will be doing a stream with them, continue the stream after this is over with them, but providing some of the support for today's event. And this is just a little fun, almost like, you know, the old pro versus pro videos from CWA back in the day. Fun little showcase, practice for the pros as they get ready for the Clash with a Q tournament coming up starting this weekend, which will be played in-game duels, at least in the early stages. So players got to get back used to not playing against Dagger Duchess here.
Yeah, for sure, and I really like it, honestly. I think Duchess has been so oppressive. I really like to see that we're actually, you know, running a Princess Tower-based thing, and we do see the poison out of Wallace. I was going to wonder if it was going to be Poison Rocket.
I was going to say, I've been saying quite a bit that I don't mind. One thing I don't like is the idea of these towers being, best way to put it, like part of the dual meta where you play one tower and then you know, becoming more, making the game more random and matchup based. As they introduce new towers, what I wouldn't mind is seeing each period of competitive gameplay, each month, each whatever you want to call it, where in competitive play you're actually limited to a specific tower. I enjoyed seeing a Dagger Duchess based meta. I would be interested in seeing a whatever's next based meta next month, and so on and so forth. That way you have consistency in the tower, and that's not an inconsistent variable, which makes matchup more of a problem.
Yeah, I mean, it is part of the game, so we can't really hide from it. You know, on ladder, everyone is using Duchess because it's the strongest, so I guess, to your point, if it's standardized, then that's not really a big deal. I just think, I do wish it was a bit better balanced as a top ladder player, where it's just, there's no reason to ever run Kenny or Princess right now, really. But that's a topic for another day. It looks like Wallace is going to run away with this one, and this is actually a pretty good matchup for him, even though Adriel does have the triple spells, just because he has the Princess and the LP. So LP offering the 3-card cycle, you know, he can cycle so many Teslas. Poison was nerfed, but it's still such a good defensive card. Loon actually is not going to bypass. I thought it was, but it's not, and all he has to do is just, you know, keep defending. And this is actually pretty much the exact same matchup we saw in CRL. Mohamed Light beat Doom. Doom is like the best lava player ever, and Mohamed Light beat him in this matchup just because very solid defense, 3-card cycle, and Evo Tesla is such a strong card as well.
And a great win here for Wallace over Adriel. So Wallace will be the first of our 2 players to move on to our next stage. And great work for him. And folks, those of you who are joining, thank you so much. We've now done match 1 of our 3 matches of the day. Give me 1 second here. Let's see, Mini versus Lucas is next. Let me go ahead and update our overlay here.
All right.
And this is,
Mini versus
again, for
Lucas
those...
will be so interesting.
Mini versus Lucas will be very fun. Hold on, let me just make sure that Mini requests. Hi, everybody. How are you? Good to be back. I was out of town for my sister's wedding, where I was actually the officiant. I'm the one who performed the ceremony. It was very, very fun, and I'm glad to be back here. Our guest today, SK. Those of you, I should grab your YouTube channel. SK is a YouTuber who makes really fun, primarily Expo stuff, but does make a bunch of other stuff as well. But known as an Expo player. Oh, one of your videos is playing in the background on my side. Let me go ahead and throw this into the chat for you as we jump in to our second match of the day. Let's go.
Let's get it.
And here you go.
Appreciate the shout out.
Oh, that's not the correct one. Let me go ahead and get his YouTube channel. Here you go. There's SK's YouTube channel. Go check him out. Makes a lot of different videos. Of course, lots of Expo videos. Not that I'm going to encourage any of you to learn Expo, but if you're going to, go ahead and learn it from SK.
All right, so we got Mini versus Lucas. Looks like Princess again out of Lucas here, and Wall Breakers actually, instead of, it's going to be a double sort of bait, I suppose, with the Wall Breakers as well as the Goblin Barrel, which I was not really expecting, to be honest.
Hold on, I'm trying to get the chat thing I have usually going is not set up correctly, so I'm trying to get it set up for you guys.
Good. We're going to see the Mighty almost get to the tower, but Bandit does dash, and Bridge Spam out of Mini. Evo Bats, Evo Ram. Very interesting version. The question is, does he have, a big tank? And great King Tower activation out of Lucas. That is something you can do with Bandit that you can only do with the Princess Tower. Dagger Duchess, which we don't see here, would just kill the Bandit way too quickly. So we see a Tesla as well. So much pressure, though, out of Mini. Those bats might take the entire tower. Oh my god, that is basically going to be tower down right there, I think. If this is Evo Bats going to town, and they are just such a sleeper card, like insanely strong. And can these breakers get defended? Log, Bandit. Okay, that's basically a good game for Mini now, unless Lucas does an insane comeback. Just so much crazy pressure in single, to be honest. Good barrel to pressure as well, but it's going to be hard for Lucas to kind of hold this in a tower trade situation, especially when Mini does have the Mother Witch, which traditionally does well against bait.
So 8:56 remaining. Is there any way, without I'm imagining this is not Rocket at this bait deck, and oh boy. Lucas going to be stuck playing defense here.
Yeah, I think if Mini just keeps doing what he's doing, which is, you know, smart pressure, Lucas is going to be forced to use a spell, which I would assume might be a Rocket, actually, because he already has the building out, so it can't be a building. And if it was a poison, I feel like we might have seen a defensive poison already. Mini also has a log, which is a great pick, you know, just an easy counter to both the barrel as well as the breakers. But yeah, without some kind of miracle, it's going to be tough. Although Mighty Breakers plus Barrel is Mini back to his log, he is not. So that is some damage. That is actually still not Rocket range. Rocket does 371 at tourney standard. So if he does have a Rocket, he's going to have to Rocket plus log. And he actually can. Oh, wow. Okay. That's going to... Wait, where's the log? Oh my god, he doesn't have the log. No, 9 HP.
Oh, no.
Lucas is going to get kind of a robbery there, unfortunately. But, I mean, great early pressure by Mini, so... It's not like he got it by luck. He took him in single, basically. Insane Evo Bats. That's just what they do. They're such a sleeper card.
No, that is not the correct.
Alright, into game 2. Fire Spirit out of Mini. Looking like Cycle, maybe Royal Hog's Earthquake. Maybe Log Bait of his own. Maybe Pumpo even, although I doubt that. No one really plays Expo in comp, to be honest. Lucas just leaking the entire time. And
yeah,
we see
Expo
a Void
has not been... Expo's never really been popular in comp. There was a period where some of the Brazilians were playing Expo in competitive a long, long time ago. Back in 2019, when Henan Kava, some of the Icebo players, but definitely not a lot of Expo in competitive play.
I think, like, Carnage and someone else played 2v2 Expo as well, if I'm not mistaken. That was pretty unique. So definitely Lava Loon out of Lucas here. Lava Void. And Mortar Graveyard out of Mini. Very interesting that he has the 2 cycle cards, though. I was really not expecting this deck after seeing those first 2. I thought it would definitely be, like, Rail Hogs or something.
Crazy Crocodile saying, I don't really like the fact that they're using... I can only use Princess Towers because I'm often watching to learn. And nobody uses Princess Towers nowadays. Well, if you are trying to compete in some of the open qualifiers for some of the community events this year, many of them still do use in-game duels, which uses Princess Towers. So I would, if you are trying to play some of those competitive games, I would watch it for that reason.
All right, and exactly what we were talking about earlier with the Void, you'll notice Mini only has 1 air defense in this deck, and that is the Hunter. And that just gets destroyed by the Void for a +1 for Lucas, and now Mini is just struggling. He needs to get back to his second Hunter, but he does. Great defense by him, honestly. But still, you know, Barbs with the Zap. He'll be forced to Valk on this. But honestly, good defense for what it's worth. It's about all he could do, really. But I see him kind of struggling to win this later on because he doesn't have a champion, and he can only get so many Hunters down, you know. It's going to be tough. But Void... Skellies do block, Hunter blocks as well, so great, that's how you counter the Void, you block it. And if this Mortar gets on tower, okay, Evo's Zap, great defense by Lucas, is down a bit of Elixir, but Evo Mortar's a huge threat, you have to deal with it as such.
Pressure opposite lane here with the Valk. We'll see, does not go with Graveyard, instead goes to try to wipe off all the Barbs here. And Valk will get a couple of good shots, so the Valk
very
snowball
creative.
Arrows full send, exactly, very creative. And
yeah, I like it.
The question is, can Mini get through here? And he will get a Mortar Lock. This is pretty huge. Can he block one more time against the Inferno Tower? Instead, he opts to let it go and go Graveyard, play some defense here at the bridge. The Naked Graveyard not going to get as much as he would like, and this might still be the end for Mini as the Inferno Dragon locks, and that's a GG, I believe. Yep, there you go. Lucas taking game number 2 in an exciting back and forth in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, we're going to have a game 3 right now. As I said, I feel like that was going to be tough for Mini, and he just full sent it with that final push. Lucas, great defense. Made sure to defend the Graveyard, took the Mortar but didn't lose off of it, and it was just impossible to stop all of that with 1 Hunter and arrows. Like, Goblin Cage, very interesting to see here. Rage out of Lucas. Could be a bunch of decks. We might see RG at some point. I think both these players are great Royal Giant players, so it's a possibility. Wizard Rage. This could be RG out of Lucas too, but maybe Giant also. We'll see. I would like to see someone play RG though, because they are like some of the best RG players we've seen. Golden Knight. Maybe recruits out of, well, actually, no Evo recruits, so maybe not, but I'm wondering what deck this is out of Mini then.
Well,
Baby Dragon.
as you mentioned, we have definitely seen Mini play a lot of Royal Giant. Doesn't look like an RG deck here with Golden Knight, but of course you never know what kind of mischief, and here we go. Electro
Yeah,
Jump.
E-Giant fits a lot more. I find it so interesting that we see the healer out of Lucas, because this really does scream Royal Giant to me, but then healer is just like, hold up, is it not? Because I've truly never seen healer outside of E-Golem or Golem. But the Fisherman is, you know, an RG card. Yeah, E-Giant made a lot of sense out of Mini. You know, after I saw the Golden Knight, I probably should have already put that together. Can't really be recruits when he already has 2 Evos revealed. There's the RG out of Lucas. E-Spirit unfortunately does not chain both, so that's going to be, yeah, some damage in the right. But RG getting a lot of damage because Goblin Cage was not in cycle right there. Counter push though, probably needs a Fisher. Okay, healer works just as well. I want to say this looks decent for Lucas right now. You know, Fisherman can control the E-Giant so well. It's also going to depend on his last spell though, because Rage is okay, but doesn't really deal with anything on Mini's side. And if he has Evo Archers, Evo Firecracker, I'm not sure. I believe he... I don't know if he actually used arrows yet or not. I kind of forgot if he used it in the lava deck, but he could really use them now. Although lots of E-Giant damage pouring in. Massive counter push required for Lucas here. Will he let it go, or will he... He's going to let it go. I guess that Monk is too low on HP anyways. But big push coming down. But that was so much damage to take. Like, it's... Lucas can't really continue in this way. He needs to get so much damage right now. So opposite lane pushes.
Exactly what you're talking about, trying to get that damage. Aggressive push left-hand lane. And what does Mini do here? Has to NATO all of this back. Fisherman pulls the E-Giant opposite lane, but
Bro,
that Golden Knight's going to do a ton of damage.
Oh my god, that is tower, because that's lightning range. Although is Lucas going to take as well is the question, and he is not. So, looks like his last card's a Fireball, and that's game, unfortunately. I believe he should definitely have a Lightning. And so I think the biggest MVP for Mini there was the Firecracker. Lucas had no way to kill it without fireballing it, and he was just putting his push together, so he didn't. It got so much value, it stayed on the board. Obviously, like, arrows or something would have been so clutch there. So it was just really important that he could have abused that, really.
What an absolutely fun match. I will say this. While I do prefer the stability of a lot of our older versions of Clash Royale, I really do enjoy, just from a pure, for the fun of it kind of feeling, I enjoy some of the finishes that we get and some of the back and forth that we get in what I will call the arcade mode meta of Clash Royale, if you will, for our current situation.
Right.
So getting ready for our final here, and again, this video, this stream today, this little mini tournament sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. They've been really generous to help make this possible today. We're getting to our final Clash Royale match of the day, the championship of this mini bracket between Wallace and Mini. Let's see. There we go. An All-Star, and Wallace reminding me in the chat, a rematch of the All-Stars tournament final, which was at the end of 2020, the first ever duels mode tournament that was Wallace and Mini for that championship. Kind of a coming out party for both of them, especially for Wallace in that one. So this will be really fun to have both of these guys here one more time. You should have hosted the recent Clash event, says Dare. Well, I would have, but it was my sister's wedding. So for CRL, the first time I've missed CRL in years, other than last year when we rotated a little bit, I wasn't going to miss my sister's wedding to cast CRL, so my sister's wedding it ended up taking the priority there. And how much does the winner get today? Nice little $50. Just a little extra pocket change coming from supported here by Raid Shadow Legends today. It's just a fun little mini you win 2 matches of Clash Royale to get a little clean 50. So it's a fun little tournament for us. I've been doing a lot of these, by the way. If you do enjoy tournaments like this one, there's a bunch on the channel. I do them pretty regularly between these and other show matches. I just started a series a little while back with Morton as the kickoff, going over 3 of Morton's favorite matches or games from his career. So if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I think most of you who are here right now are already subs, but go ahead and sub if you haven't already. Let's go ahead and jump into our championship matchup between Mini and Wallace.
Yeah, it's going to be a great one. As Wallace said, All-Stars rematch, very interesting. And yeah, honestly, I was expecting it to be Adriel versus Lucas, so this also just goes to show that many people are just so good right now. It's really anyone's game. Zappies out of Wallace, Ice Spirit Knight out of Mini, maybe Royal Giant out of Wallace. That's the main thing I see Zappies in right now, and looks like I might be right because we see the Fisher as well. Wizard, but it's non-Evo. That is so interesting. Rich, do you have any idea why Mini's playing a non-Evo Wizard? Do you think he just forgot, or is there some deal with this?
Well, I mean, I think there's a few options, right? I didn't remember if Mini played regular Wiz earlier. So does he have played Evo Wiz earlier, I mean. So I don't remember. Did he in previous ones? Because the easiest explanation is he doesn't have it. But then after that, it's he forgot to put it there, or he's putting something else in the Evo slot.
Considering it's minor poison, I suppose the only other Evo we could see right now is an Evo Tesla, which is probable. But I just do wonder why he has a Wizard. I mean, I haven't really seen it much at all in competitive. But yeah, Smurfblade in the chat says he doesn't have the pass, so he probably doesn't have it, which is fair. But I still do find it a very curious pick, and it is just going to be, wow, a single Evo deck. That is in a double evolutions format. Single evolution is just, wow. As for Wallace's last Evo, I'm going to expect archers, to be honest, because I think I've seen this RG deck with archers quite a bit, and that's the biggest one that would fit, although it could also be maybe a firecracker. But yeah, single Evo minor poison out of Mini right now, or maybe even minor rocket.
And Noah Eagle's saying he's running Evo Tesla, which would be the most hilarious deck ever to run both Bomb Tower and Evo Tesla. We'll see if Mini Minter breaks all of the rules of Clash Royale and does that. And here we go. It's the Evo Wiz for Wallace rather than the archers.
And Wallace reminding Mini that he doesn't have the Evo Wizard by playing one of his own. So this is just going to be a disadvantage for Mini in the sense that he only has one Evo, although it does look like a decent matchup, to be honest. I mean, surprisingly enough, the Wizard will get good value on defense because you have to do a -1 to kill it. Fireball plus Rage, which we might see right now. Yep, Rage, good play. Good wait by Mini as well, waiting for the Rage to come down before he goes for the Goblin so they can get full value. Bomb Tower, a great building as well. Going to get a lot of value on all these ground pushes. But no Bomb Tower available just yet for this RG, so that's going to be... Oh, that's just going to be an overwhelm. That's going to be game. Great gameplay by Wallace. Honestly, if Mini had the Evo Wiz, I feel like this would have been different. At the same time, Wallace is one of the best RG players as well, so just kind of a clean sweep in game 1. And yeah, curious why Mini decided, even if he wanted to play normal Wizard, maybe an Evo Tesla would have been better than the Bomb Tower there, I'm not sure.
And Seaman Cloudy saying my money's on a mistake. Yep, I think so too. And a guy whose name I will not pronounce in the chat says, "Yo, Richard, please sell out a SK from me." Sure, guy whose name I can't say. Does anyone, and Omatic Skills, does anyone know if that raid game is good? And this is a sponsored stream. I'm really excited to have them as a sponsor. Here's what I'll tell you right now. So I did a sponsored stream like this one a few months back. And at the time I was like, oh, cool, a sponsor. I'll play the game. It's on stream. I ended up having a blast, and I have been grinding raid. When we switch over to raid after the Clash Royale portion is over, you're going to see how high level my account is now. I have been straight up grinding raid Shadow Legends for a long time now. So, and I've been saying to them, hey, let's do a sponsor stream again because I'm playing this game, and they saw how much I'm playing, and they're like, okay, we'll make it happen. So, you'll see after, hang out for a while, check it out. You can use a download code that I have provided that's actually in the chat and in the description that will give you some really cool ways to kick off your account and get a big jump start into the game with a bunch of some free energy, free epic champions. Once you hit level 25, you get another epic champion. Lots of cool stuff like that. Ways going to jumpstart your whole thing. I'll tell you all more about that later, but use the code, check it out. It's a great way to support me, and no joke. You know, I would be soft selling this so hard. I play it a ton. I play it every single day.
All right, and we do see the Archer Queen out of Mini. Ram comes down. I think Void is about to come down as well to maybe kill that Queen ability, but Mother Witch is going to help negate it, but I think that's going to nuke the Queen. No, she stays alive on 1 HP, which is going to help Mini survive, so pretty good deck pick out of Mini here. You know, making use of the Evos he does have. He played a very similar deck to this, if not the exact same one, actually, to beat the Logbait matchup earlier that we saw where he overwhelmed in single. But lots of air counters, actually, you know, Queen, Mother Witch, and Bats. And Void, as we saw at the start, just nukes the Queen into oblivion, so it's also a +2 at that. So if Mini wants to counterplay, he's going to have to get some Bats or something in that radius to help. And he does just that. Great play. Look at this. Although the Zap as well, so Void Zap, good combo. Great combo. Evo Ram on defense is going to do good. So, you know, Mini's doing his best to defend right now with what he has. Both players making a lot of plays happen. And Evo Ram forced out in defense, though, means Mini will have less on offense. So, very curious to see how this will play out. It's really anyone's game at this point. Lava Void versus Bridge Spam.
You know, one of the things, I did a great Bridge Spam video with former really talented Bridge Spam player Jax when I did one of my kind of like deep dives into an archetype videos. And one of the primary things that he said as a way to get better at Bridge Spam was knowing when and how to use Battle Ram defensively. And we saw good evidence of it there.
Right.
Obviously, not going to be enough to stop Wallace from running through here. But great win there for Wallace, who was one of, this is actually I love that this is the final, because I used to hold a weekly tournament on my channel, my weekly Wednesdays, and Wallace and Mini were the two guys who won almost every single week. I think that I have quite personally like funded vacations for both of these two with the prize that they've got. So a Wallace versus Mini championship on my channel is totally appropriate, and excited, very happy to see what was a phenomenal competition between these two.
Yeah, really great games. Wallace played out of his mind, honestly, and also Lava Void. Such a strong deck. We saw it almost every single duel set, and yeah, there's a reason it's dominating right now. The combination of the Zap plus Void there was really good, because Mini was trying his best to protect the Queen with those Evo Bats, but the Zap just killed all of them and helped everything get taken out, and then it was just wraps after that point. So good attempt by Mini, but Wallace just showing how you beat them down with Lava Hound.
Yeah, I mean, that combination was really, really fun. And, you know, I didn't get a chance to watch. I didn't get a chance to be with CRL this weekend because I was at my sister's wedding. And so I didn't get a chance to watch as much of competitive with Void. So getting a chance to cast a little bit here and hear you talk through it today was really fun. Folks, that is our mini bracket, and that's the first half of our stream today. This is a two-part stream here today. We are starting with the mini bracket that you just saw, and then we are about to move in to phase number 2 here, the Raid Shadow Legends portion, who are the big sponsor of today's competition. First, before we even get into that, Mini, thanks so much for being here. I mean, not Mini, I'm so used to saying Mini. SK, thanks so much for being here. It's been really great to have you. Your knowledge is obviously really phenomenal stuff. You know what you're talking about. Let me go ahead and link your YouTube channel one more time for people. I know most of you probably already watch SK, but there he is in the chat. Any final thoughts or things you wanna plug before I switch over to the next portion of the stream?
Oh yeah, no, just you know, thankful for the YouTube shout out. I do try and upload almost every day, and it is mainly Expo content, but I'm also trying to diversify a bit. I'm doing some live streams on YouTube. I'm doing other stuff. For example, today I made a video showcasing the deck that we saw some people play, the Minor Poison Princess deck, just talking about the state of Princess. So, you know, I'm trying my best just to grind content while I can, and I do appreciate the love, and again, opportunity for coming on. Would love to be part of more, because it's very fun to commentate at high level games. It was just a blast today.
Heck yeah. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and let you get out of here. I know it's late for you over where you are, but one more time, thanks so much. Everyone in the chat, let's get some SKs in the chat to say thank you for SK for coming in and making such a great contribution to today's stream. Let them hear it.
Yeah, thanks so much again, man, and hope you enjoy the rest of the raid stream. Sounds like it's going to be a pretty fun game.
It's going to be a whole lot. And I'll answer some of the questions I saw about it here as we switch over. Let me go ahead and switch over to my my raid. And coming right back. And you're like, wait, this is very much similar to the other overlay we were in. You're absolutely right, except for it has a really key difference in that when I switch away from here, I thought I had my music all set up. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and go. Oh, let me turn all this off, which will be turned back on later. Where did my music go, though? I had a whole music thing set up for this. Well, we're going to be here instead. What's up, everybody? Oh, that's right. I forgot about how that does that with the... I really thought I had a whole thing just for music set up. Let me go ahead and get my music going here 1 second, folks. I thought I had that all coordinated. You know what? Maybe I adjusted it on the first part of it. Let me go ahead and get some music going for us so we're not sitting here in silence. And whoa, that's way too loud when that comes in. Let me switch the music over so I can hear it too. There we go. There we go. There's a little music for us. What's up, everybody? How are you? I know I'm super pumped. I saw a question here earlier about this. Does Raid Shadow Legends... Oh, wait. Is this not using the proper... Oh, I need to go ahead and get the link over here. Hold on. Please hold, everybody, as I get our second portion of our show today all properly calibrated. Boom. There we go. And where was the question? The question was... Why are you not popping up, question? Let me look at this 1 second. That should be popping up nice and clean here. Let me try this one more time, folks. Because I should be able to see that chat. Let's try this one. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Does Raid Shadow Legends work on iPhone? It seems like an iPad type of game for optimization. It does work really well. I play it at home mostly on an iPad, but I play out and about all the time because it is definitely the kind of game that you can kind of like, you can play both actively and passively, right? So a lot of times when I'm doing stuff, I am playing somewhat passively and I'm doing it on my phone. Let me go ahead and I'm going to turn the music down here because we have our own music going. And let's see. All right, should I explain all this because I'm lost? I'm super excited to explain all this. Like I said, I've been playing a ton of Raid Shadow Legends ever since the last sponsored stream that we did together. I've been playing this so much. Raid Shadow Legends is a hero collecting game that combines some of my favorite things about gaming stuff, right? So on one hand, you have hero collecting. Part of your big goal is to go through and find and unlock tons of different heroes from all these different factions, right? So Dark Elves, which is one of the ones that I've done very well in. Let's go. Yeah, I've unlocked all of these ones in the Dark Elves faction. Ooh, where is my demon spawn, right? So collecting these different heroes, and all these different heroes have a ton of different abilities that you take into battle in turn-based strategy fights, right? So this is probably my best champion, the Duchess Lilitu. She is a phenomenal support and healing and resurrecting champion. So she's able to attack and put a shield on herself so she stays alive longer. Then she can block debuffs, which are bad effects put on her own team, and also help them hide from attacks with Perfect Veil. Not to mention increase in attack, which is pretty self-explanatory. But this is her big ability, where she can revive dead allies, and then she makes them impossible to target and puts a heal on them. So she's super, super strong in lots of these fights. But Raid Shadow Legends is combining a few different things that I really enjoy, right? I'm a long-time RPG player, so it has the RPG-style fights and battles where you are taking on either PvP fights against other players or taking on running through the campaign or running through boss fights and turn-based battles, very, very cool turn-based battles, and then mixing that with collecting and unlocking heroes, and then also upgrading those heroes and making them stronger and stronger. You can see one that I'm currently working on here. I'm currently working on one of the really strong support champions, and the Bellower, who's good at putting really nasty debuffs on your opposing players, decreasing their speed, decreasing their attack, decreasing their defense, blocking them from using skills. So you can see mine right now is 6 stars, but currently only level 50. So I'm working on getting to level 60. And also, all the different gear that you put on them. As you go through different fights, you can collect different gear, and different gear sets have different abilities. This one, the stun set, has an 18% chance to stun some of your opponents, which with a AoE, an attacker who, like this one, attacks all enemies over and over again, can be really powerful. When you get into some of the other different champions, right? So if I'm with Xena, who I got last time we did a stream, with Xena I have the Cruel set, which ignores some of your enemy's defense and makes you hit stronger, but also Swift Parry, which makes you faster, hit harder when you crit, and a 50% chance that they can't kill you for at least one turn if they actually hit you with a fatal blow. So lots of different gear sets, and part of this game is collecting new heroes, and then part of this game is tuning them to the right gear and the right abilities so that they can go and be super effective in your fights, and then building teams to go ahead and take on certain fights. Those are a lot of the big pieces, right? So, I mean, some misconceptions here. People have just seen a lot of raid ads. One is that there's no depth in strategy, and today I'm going to show you a lot of the depth in strategy about how you have to calibrate your teams for specific fights. You can't just go in with the same team over and over again. You really have to be thoughtful about it. People also think of it primarily as like a time grinder type of game. And yeah, if you like, I'm a grinder. I love grinding, but also it's about the process, it's about the journey, right? So for me, I love the time that you spend unlocking new things, building up, and the satisfaction of having a fully geared out, fully ready to rock out champion. And then this is also a game that I know a lot of you, I saw some people asking about, like, hey, can you be free to play here? And totally, my clan, which y'all are free to join if you want, there's the code T5S7. My clan is almost exclusively free-to-play players, including some of my friends here that I play with. So we're almost an exclusively free-to-play clan. And my buddy Joe here, he's got a pretty darn good-looking account here, even with a bunch of 60s, including this legendary Rathalos. Man, he's totally free-to-play. Is the Clash segment done? Yeah, we did the Clash stream. This was brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. You can go back and rewatch it. It's totally available to rewatch. But now we're going to be doing Raid. And if you guys want me to, like, one thing that helps me do a lot of these tournaments, because I pay for the prize pools for these tournaments typically out of my own pocket. So one way that you can really help make those more frequent and more viable for me is just by downloading and trying out Raid, because their sponsorship is what makes things like this possible. So I can do really fun stuff like this. So yes, we are going to be the Clash portion will be available video on demand for you for a while, but today we're going to be just sticking around doing Raid Shadow Legends. And a couple of little things for you with Raid. First, for those of you who do download this one today, there's a really cool player pack that not only comes with a bunch of stuff to get you started, like energy and things like that, but gets you an epic champion, CRL, who will be really, really helpful for your account. And then once you reach level 25, which you can do so fast, you could probably do it during this stream. Once you hit level 25, you get another... Oh, that's actually for later. Hold on. Where's my other pack here? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Once you hit level 25, then you get a second pack with Rector's Wrath, who is a really solid support healer. So these are all some really cool stuff that you can get just by trying the game out today. Let's go ahead, though. Let's play some Raid. Let's do some Raid together. One of the things you'll see here is all these little helpful tool markers that tell us things that are going on. Little tip for you when the market comes up. Typically, I avoid buying all the items and the people. Right? Even this legendary chest, I'm not going to buy this because I can earn this through playing the game. But you saw that I picked up those shards, those green shards. I always pick those up. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping here. One of the things that you can do in this tournament is clan versus clan battles. My clan fought against another clan, and we won. And we got some really great rewards here. We got this ring, which is pretty decent for PvP. We got this ring, which I don't love the stats on here, but it might be good on one of my lower level characters. And then ooh, 25%. This is actually a great PvP ring. And the reason why is because it has a 25% chance to change a critical hit into normal when attacked before you get your first turn, which in PvP, who gets to go first is actually a pretty big issue. So this is going to not only increase my defense, but also increase my HP. This one is one that I might go ahead and put on my Xena. Let's go take a look at Xena one more time. Xena is built for PvP, and right now she has a pretty good ring on with a good attack boost, some flat HP, some flat attack, and some defense. But this one with a chance to help her not get hit up as bad. I'm going to upgrade this and just kind of see where these upgrades land. Every time you upgrade a piece of gear, when it hits level 4, level 8, level 12, and level 16, you get bonuses. So here we go. We went to HP and to flat attack. That's pretty good. I'm going to look at that ring later. So we're going to go ahead and jump into a lot of gameplay today, and we'll clear out all these red dots. I'm going to show you all the different ways in which you can play this game, from campaign mode to boss fights to PvP. I'm going to show you a bunch of fun stuff today, and we'll clear all these red dots throughout the day. But we're going to start out with something really, really fun. Maybe the most fun thing to do is try to pull new huge champions. And I saw that those green things I bought from inside the store, well, those were mystery shards, the easiest shard to get. Next, you have ancient shards, which have a very small chance of giving you legendaries, most likely give you rares. Voids, which give you some of the most the only way to get certain types of champs is through voids. I'll talk about that in a moment. But then we have sacred shards. These are the ones that give you epics or legendaries for sure, and it's double legendary chance. So I think that we're going to pull a legendary champion today. I think that's going to happen. That's to be one of our hopes. So let's go ahead and just do the first one. Let's pull one and see if I, on stream, can get a legendary. I'm probably pretty close to getting one because they do have what's called a mercy system, where if you don't pull, and look, it's double chance right now, 12% chance for a legendary, but they have this mercy system where if you don't pull a legendary after a certain amount of time, every chance, your percentage chance to get one goes up. And I think I'm pretty close to having that happen. So let's go ahead and see if I can, let's see what happens when we do one of these. What if the first one's a legendary? Oh, it's an epic, but what do we get? Jurang. Okay, let's take a look at his abilities here for a second. I don't have, my Lizardmen faction is actually pretty bad, so getting some new Lizardmen is good. Decent hit, ignoring 25% of a target's defense. That's actually really good. Defense is how they reduce damage. Attacks one enemy twice. Has a stun debuff, which could go all the way up to, when you level this ability up, 100% chance of stun. That's actually pretty cool. Attacks 3 times at random, 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense buff. And then when you ascend them, when you make them this, and that's one of the ways to upgrade your troops. Same thing, but both decrease attack and decrease defense. And you can get that chance up. Look at when you level it up. You can get that chance all the way up to 100%. Cool, yeah, it is a pretty cool animation. The character designs here are pretty rad. Like, I think they're pretty cool overall. Oh, and he has a speed aura in dungeons. This guy will be really good, a nice little addition to my currently very, very bad Lizardmen faction. So I'm pumped about that one. All right, question for you. We have 4 more Sacred Shards. I might even pick up some more just for today's stream. But should we pull another Sacred Shard and go for a Legendary right now, or should we save it for a little bit? What's your call here? And by the way, everybody, if you haven't yet, the link that's in the chat, and also it's in the description, that's a link where you can download the game. You get these special rewards that I showed earlier. You get those special rewards by doing that specific thing. And you can get that from, only from that. And Anisha's saying save it. All right, save it from Anisha. Okay, cool. Mad CR saying no more CR? Yes, this is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, who've been so generous in providing the opportunity for me to host this little mini bracket. And so now we're going to play Raid, which I also play, and I'm going to show you guys. I said I play a lot. Almost level 70 here, folks. That's a lot of grinding that I've been doing because I play this game every single day against my boy Joe, who I talk with and text with all the time. All right, we'll save that one. Now, before we jump in, I wanted to mention these Void Shards. Why are Void Shards so valuable? Well, let's go ahead and jump into a battle. We'll go ahead and just jump into one of our dungeons here. And right now, there's a triple chance of getting lifesteal gear, which is really, really important. Some of the best gear for early to mid game, because lifesteal heals by 30% of damage dealt, which is massive. So if you look at all these different levels of this battle, right? You start off level 1 with a really easy version of the dragon, and each time you get up, not only do you face a more difficult boss, but you get better rewards for it every single time. But notice also that each of these bosses has a little thing here. The red skull, the green lightning, the purple triangle, and the blue fireball. Well, those are the 4 affinities that something can have. Red beats blue, force beats magic. Magic, the blue, beats spirit, which is green, and spirit beats force, which is a little triangle. But we're going to do a battle for you guys, and I'll show you something very important. Let's go ahead and jump into this battle. So you see this little triangle here. You can see the arrows, right? Red beats blue, blue beats green, green beats red, and so on and so forth. And that means that when you have, in this case, a force champion, a red champion, against this blue magic champion, that force champion will hit harder, land more, just have boosted stats against that champion. But you see purple right there in the middle. What's that mean? Well, the Void champions who you can only get from those special purple Void shards, they don't get involved in that fight. They are always neutral. So here we go. As you can see, I have one champion here, my Rathalos, Blade Master, who has a positive affinity against this level 20 dragon. I have 3 that are neutral because they're also blue, and then I have one here whose blue equals magic champions. Yes, cool. Absolutely. I have this one green who would be a problem, except, remember, her primary job is just to heal and buff my team. So she's not interacting with that dragon very much. Let's go ahead and do a fight. So I have this one set on auto battle because I've beat this level over and over again. And that's one of the things about the time grind in this game, right? Is that when you first play any level, you have to play it face-to-face. And you might have to manually get in there and really fight it out. But as you beat things, you're able to play them in different ways. And to anybody here who's going like, hey, raid, and that's my biggest thing, right? I used to be a raid, really kind of guy, but you know who put me onto it? CWA, Ash. He put me onto raid because Ash started a raid channel, which he still does, by the way. If you're missing Ash, he still has a raid channel he uploads to almost every single day. He put me onto it, and once I started playing it, for those of you who played like old school turn-based, team-based battle games, this totally scratches that itch. And I don't have the time for I don't have the time to spend big grinds on RPGs anymore. But this lets me, because you can play kind of passively and actively, depending on whether you really need to fine-tune it to fight a certain battle, or if you've already beat something and want to grind a certain level. Because of that, I'm able to kind of scratch that itch while playing Raid, which for me is really, really cool. So we're almost done with this fight. You can see how hard Rathalos hits because of that affinity, right? Because he's force against magic, red versus blue. Now also, you can see how hard my Royal Guard hits. Royal Guard, I'll show you some more stuff about him. Oh, take a look, and there's in the chat, install Raid for free. Use that link. That's a way to support me. Hey, don't take my word for it. There's a link. That link you take will give you a bunch of free stuff. You can try it out. Try it out. If you don't love it, just take it off your phone. But if you don't try it out, you'll never know. Give it a shot. Try it out. Get to level 25, which will take you maybe not that much at all. And then if you don't like it, uninstall it. But I think that a lot of you, crit rate, but it's... So I'm at a point in my account where the different gear, right? There's white, which is common, green, which is uncommon, blue, which is rare, purple for epic, orange for legendary, all the way up to mythical, which is red. I almost never keep rare gear anymore, so I'm going to sell that. Let's look at this one, though. Accuracy gloves with attack percentage, resistance, HP. These are actually not terrible. I don't know who I'd put attack percentage on, but given that all of the substats here, right? So every piece of gear has a main stat, which will scale up every time you level up the gear, and then substats, which scale up much more slowly. So the main stat here is 8% attack, or as attack percentage, which isn't the most popular of main stat for these gloves. Usually you want to upgrade your crit chance or to upgrade your crit damage, maybe defense or HP percentage as well. But because the substats here are so good, resistance, more HP percentage, accuracy, and speed being the most important stat, I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. We'll hold on to that. We'll hold on to that for sure. And I see Grebulon saying, yet another pay-to-win game. Well, here's the thing, Grebulon. I think that, like any of these free-to-play games, you can get yourself further along by spending money. You absolutely can, and we might even do that today. But the reality is that, like I showed you guys earlier, my clan is almost exclusively free-to-play. And it just depends on what experience you want. The thing that's really nice about this game, kind of similar to, some other games you might play where it's asymmetric battle as opposed to, like, symmetric battle, right? Which means that in a game like we were just playing in Clash Royale, the imbalance between you and you as a free-to-play and a player who's like paid in a whole lot is readily apparent because you fight them head-to-head and then they beat the heck out of you. Whereas in this game, you're able to play. You're playing mostly PvE. You're not playing in that asymmetrical. It's an asymmetrical battle. You're attacking things. So really, it's about. I think of this game more like golf, right? Golf is more about you against the course than it is against you against other people. Cool. You said I've seen this game ad in the middle of a game. I was annoyed a lot, but didn't know it was. This is quite interesting. Look, here's the thing: is every game is for anybody, right? There's a lot of people who really love this game and some people who've never tried it. But I'm telling you right now, this is not. This is a sponsored stream, and if it wouldn't log me out, I'd show you my phone. It's almost embarrassing how much time I actually spend playing this game. It's actually like I don't want to show you because it's really embarrassing my daily playtime inside of Raid Shadow Legends. Grebulon saying, and will they keep changing the stats so you have to buy more and more items? No, the balance changes are like much less frequent. And when you talk about the depth here, and I was going to show you guys my clan. This is my buddy Joe, who's actually online playing right now. And Joe is 100% free to play, and he has a pretty darn good account. And he's only been playing for a couple of months now. But no, the balance changes are pretty limited. And when you talk about, let me go ahead and go back to the index here. There's 274 champions. Every time balance changes come out, they tweak like 2 to 5 champions, and they don't come out that often. So this isn't you're not going to see the goal line's not getting shifted on you a whole bunch. But again, like I said, I feel this is more like golf than it is like basketball, right? It's not you against the other team, it's you against the course, which I've found to be really, really fun. Let's go ahead and do another poll here. Oh boy. Fingers crossed. Can we get a legendary champion today on stream? Okay, an epic. And Lich. I already have Lich. Lich is very important for a fusion. So there's a few different ways to get champions, right? The primary way is by pulling them from shards like you're seeing here. You also have fusions. And there's actually a limited time fusion event right now that I'm not going to complete because I'm not quite powerful enough to get through it. But I am working on this Raisin Scarhide fusion, right? So fusions are, what they do is they require you to collect and level up certain other champions, and then you can combine them into a higher level champion. So here, with I'm trying to get Raisin Scarhide, who's one of the legendary fusions that's always available. I already have Lich, and I already have Blood Mage. No, she's not Blood Mage. What is her name again? Not Blood Mage Thalanos. What is her name? I can't remember. But I also need to get Torture Helm, and I need to get Aaron Yes, who I can almost get. I could fuse Torture Helm if I wanted to. I'm still missing Gnarlhorn, so I can't make that one happen. But that's one way. You can also summon from fragments, which you can collect through different... Here's the thing, is everything you do, you're always advancing your account, right? You're gaining XP for your characters. You're gaining silver to level up your gear. You're getting gear. But also you might be getting things like fragments, which you can use to unlock and summon new characters, right? So there's just so many different avenues towards what you do. So if you're a collector and clearer like me, do I want to clear? I don't want to get these personal. These are my personal awards because we won our clan versus clan battle. I'm not going to get those yet. Let's look at the current events. Ooh, Wixwell's Path. So this is one of the ways. This is a current event that's happening. This is one of the ways to go ahead and I forgot I gained so many keys from using those sacred shards. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's super awesome. Okay, so this is this path event where the big goal for people who've been able to get Wixwell is to get his split soul, to get his 5-star soul. You know, you can level up characters by leveling up their actual number level, right, from 0 to 60. You can level up their stars, right? A 1-star champion can only go to level 10, a 2-star champion to level 20, 5-star to level 50, 6-star champ can get you up to level 60, right? You can also, as you'll see it looking at some of my champions, you see some of my champions have these little red stars. Well, that means that they have extra abilities that come from their souls. So where are we? They can get their souls give them blessings, and so you can get even more extra abilities on them, right? So that's one of the things too, is when new content comes out, this soul content is one of the newer things in the life of Raid Shadow Legends. When new content comes out, it gives you more ways to expand and build. And if you're like me, it's super duper fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at Wixwell's Path here. I am not worried about these souls because I don't have Wixwell. So what I'm looking at here when I look at this is I'm seeing, hey, look at that. A legendary skill tome. One of the hardest things to get. Because whenever you want to improve a champion's abilities, you need to do it by upgrading skills using skill tomes. You don't have any tomes or duplicate champions. But if you look at my Duchess, she is very, very close to being maxed out on skills. I only need 4 more legendary books, but they're so hard to get. So I think our plan here is going to be to take this path down the right-hand side and go ahead and get that one. Merciless just came in. What is going on? Merciless, we did a mini bracket for Clash Royale. You can rewind the stream or watch it video on demand later. That mini bracket sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. So now we're playing Raid for a while. And if you want to support me and support the stream, use the code and download the game. Give it a try. See if you like it. Again, people who use it will be able to get this really cool pack to kick them off. And again, it's a free-to-play game. It's up to you how much you want to engage with it in what different ways. And then if you hit level 25, you can get a whole nother pack, which is very, very cool. On top of all that, there's a really neat event for new players right now. Let's see if I can actually make my stuff work here. Where are we? I think this is the right one. There's this new event for new players where, and it's, again, I can't use it, but where they're giving away gaming consoles, gift cards, and more boosts for your account by going and playing through this new thing available, the Spring Hunt. It's just for new players. So you can go ahead, put in your ID, go to the website springhunt.plarium.com, and that's a way that you can go and get even more cool stuff. So lots of options for you to upgrade your account. Thanks for letting me Rich and his Mini-Man on the thumbnail. He still plays. Yeah, Mini still plays. Mini's still trying to ball out. And he had a great, go watch. I won't spoil it for you. Let's go ahead and jump down this path a little bit. Because I really want to get, oh, that's right. I need to go down this way to get the key first. Well, you know, I know I'm going this way, so let's go ahead and just get all these. And then I don't have a key. So I need to go ahead and go down this path, because I think the only way to get keys is to go down that way. Okay, that's good to remember. So let's go ahead and let's go down this path here to the right. I can actually, oh, I don't want to do that yet. Let's go ahead and use some energy first. We're going to come down this way. Is Clash going on? Yeah, Clash happened, and it's still available for you to check out. We're now into the sponsored portion of the stream from Raid Shadow Legends. Big shout out and big thanks to Raid for making this one happen. Like these mini tournaments I do on my channel, the prize money always comes out of my own pocket, and Raid was willing to throw some money behind it and make it possible. So I'm very, very happy that they were excited about working with me. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and hit the dragon one more time. And just spend a little bit of our energy here. Do you guys have any questions about this game? I know that it's totally different, And I know that it's one of those ones that you see advertised all the time. But I feel like most people never try it out and don't really know much about what's going on. And I'm doing my best to explain it. I'm also really excited about it, so I think I'm explaining a lot of things all at once. But if you guys have questions about Raid, please ask. Like I said, CWA put me onto the game, and at first I was super skeptical. And then when I started playing it, I got super hooked super fast, which is part of why my account, like a lot of times people do these streams, right? Their accounts, they don't know what they're, like if you actually go back, the last time I did a live stream for Raid, same thing. They sponsored an in-game tournament, and then I did the video, and I did a stream, and I knew so little about it that I had like a guy with me there to help me understand the game. And now here we are, where it's where I've been grinding like crazy. So let's see. We'll get through this fight pretty quickly. And then we'll go attempt a fight that maybe takes me a little bit more effort. I wonder if I can try to beat one of the higher levels of Dragon. Dragon is super duper. Dragon is one of the more important boss battles that you do, because Dragon unlocks some key gear. Unlocks lifesteal gear, which gives you back 30% of the damage you do in healing, and unlocks speed gear. And if you've ever played a hero collector game, speed is usually the most important stat, because that's what indicates what changes the turn order and makes you hit more often, especially hit more often than the boss or the opponent you're trying to fight against. What do we get here? Avenging boots, which I don't need, but they're speed boots, and I pretty much always keep speed boots. And then this is just bad. That's a bad piece of gear. Let's go ahead and clear that one out. Cool. You know what? Let's go back. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull out... Oh, yes! Oh, I forgot about this! I forgot about this. Okay, so every day, you have a whole bunch of quests that happen all the time. Every day you get a whole new set of quests, your daily quests, which you should complete every day because you get good rewards for them, including gems, which are the premium currency. I have never purchased gems, and I spent 700 gems last night to do something for my clan. And you can see I'm still at like 800 or 700 right now, because the quests keep you filled up with gems so nicely. You get weekly quests, monthly quests, which can help you get that most difficult to get, the sacred shards. But these advanced quests... These ones are a little bit more challenging, but they take you up through some of the best rewards possible. A rank 4 chicken. So why are there chickens? Whenever you want to rank a champion up, ranking them up means giving them more stars. You'll see I have some 5-star champions here. I have 6-star champions up here. But when you want to take a champion up to another rank, you need to sacrifice champions that are the same rank. So one of the things you often do is you spend time getting uncommon champions up to that certain rank so you can sacrifice them to move somebody else up higher. But a special thing you can get, and I'll go ahead, let's go ahead and rank somebody up. Let's go ahead and rank up someone who's 3 stars. Oh, you know what? That's actually a good one. Doomscreech is good. I probably should upgrade him. Okay, so to get Doomscreech up to 4 stars so I can start raising his level up, I need to sacrifice, normally I'd sacrifice other champions. But one of the rewards you can get are chickens, which take the place of champions. Usually I would save them, but for the stream today, I'm going to use them so you can see them, because they're really powerful rewards. So now I can upgrade Doomscreech to the next level, which is great. And I'm going to go ahead and also use some of my potions, which I have down here, to pump Doomscreech. You know what? Should we just 40 him? Let's just 40 him for the stream. Boom. That was really cool. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and really pump Doomscreech up. We're going to ascend him too. So Doomscreech is now actually getting kind of good here. So these rewards in our advanced quests can be really powerful, right? So the chickens here take the place of you having to level up champions. The books are how you level up abilities. And I told you before, one of the hardest things to get in the whole game is a legendary book. And we are just one advanced quest away from getting a legendary book, which will help me level up my best champion. So we're going to go ahead and get that legendary book by completing a Faction Wars fight. Faction Wars, let me back up here. In the game, there are a bunch of different factions, right? High Elves, Banner Lords, Orcs, Dark Elves, and each faction you collect the champions inside of that. Some of the content that we have here are fights that are within just that faction. One of the ways to progress your account. So we're going to go into our Faction Wars here. And let's go to my Dwarf Crypt. My dwarves have normally been not great, although I did just add her, and I might rank her up today because she's actually really good. But we're going to go back here and just quickly clear this boss fight. Luca Van Ramendok, what's the goal of the stream? Well, we started off with a 4-player Clash Royale mini bracket tournament that was sponsored by our really wonderful sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. And then now I'm sharing with you the game from our sponsor, and I really hope that you try it out, that you enjoy it. Let's see. Hey, wait a second. What happened to my? Where? Oh, there it is. I don't know. I thought I accidentally took that off. Raid Shadow Legends sponsored today's stream, and hopefully you download it, give it a try. If you want to support me doing more grassroots esports, more mini brackets and things like that on the channel, I need support from the prize pool money, right? It's expensive, and normally I pay out of pocket. I just pay the players myself, and sometimes I get really great sponsors like Raid, and sometimes the sponsors are a game I don't really play that much. Today, it's a game that I legitimately grind all the time. You guys can tell when I'm talking here, I know this game really, really well. So this is a game I actually play, so being able to combine those two things, get a sponsor for a tournament, and also do a game, have that sponsor be a game I actually play, it's a perfect combination. So I am very happy to do this today. You play this game for at least 4 years is really amazing. Oh, cool. Well, Luca, I don't know if you still have that account. You can come and join my clan if you want to jump back in, or if you're still playing. Or if you want to start over again, you can use my code that's in the chat and in the description, and you can start a new account with a jump start. You can get a couple epics. There's a legendary login champion right now, which I'll show you guys in just a minute. And then there's a few other ways to do that, to some other cool content happening right now. So lots of ways for you to kind of jumpstart your account if you're restarting from scratch now, or if it's your first time playing this game. So we're gonna, as you can see, you can see all the levels here for my dwarves. None of my dwarves are 6 stars. None of them are level 60. I have a couple I might bring up, but dwarves is probably my weakest, or one of my weakest factions. Lizard men is definitely my weakest. But yeah, no, most of them are pretty bad. But my dwarves, I now have decent champions. I just haven't invested that much in my dwarves faction. But now that we get this win here, let's go back because we just completed that advanced quest. Boom, we can claim that, and now this is so great. I'm going to get this legendary book. Let's go and jump over to my Duchess. Oh, this is so exciting. She is one of the strongest champions in the game overall. And I really wanted to get her abilities. So we're hoping, you don't know which ability you'll roll when you do it, right? So this is her A1. This is her free ability she can use whenever. Every champion, their first ability, they can use, it's like their standard ability, right? And this is actually pretty good. It attacks twice and puts a 10% shield buff on Duchess so that she stays up a little bit longer. These two, though, are the real ones that are her big pieces, right? Blocking debuffs, so your team can't have their attack lowered or their defense lowered or things like that. Increasing attack, and then also a perfect veil means they can't be attacked, they can't be targeted. They can be attacked, they can't be targeted. And then Spectral Rebirth, which is her resurrection ability. So I really wanted to land on one of these two. Preferably Spectral Rebirth, but honestly, this would be good too. Excuse me, let me see if I can mute my mic so I don't cough. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Oh! That's fine. Getting her more shield for her survivability is actually fine. It's actually good. Just not the one I wanted. But remember, we're attempting... Where is it? We're trying to work our way through this. Excuse me. Sorry, my throat is really itchy today. And once we do work our way through here, there's another legendary book right over there. So my hope is we can get a lot more legendary books today. And there we go. Let's go ahead and try pulling one more legendary shard. Or sacred shard. See if we can pull a legendary. Man, my throat is really itchy today. Sorry, folks. I'm going to take a little cough drop here. This is, for those of you who are curious, you may see Andrew and I talk about this. This is called Fisherman's Friend. If you're a commentator or a caster or a streamer, this is the best of it. It's like the most powerful cough drops ever, but it's also chewable. So I've been using this since I started commentating mixed martial arts 12 years ago. And the reason why it's great is not only is it super powerful, but if you're doing like on-air work, like not a stream like this, but you're doing a broadcast, and you have like a minute off camera. You put it in, you get some sealing for your throat, but then they're chewable, right? So you can just crunch it, swallow it, and go back to air, rather than trying to spit it out and see where it goes. All right, so we got a Bannerlord, Masked Fearmonger. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit decreases the target's turn meter. Okay, so turn meter control. Only if they're under a fear or true fear, though. And that reduces champion if you kill it. This is not a good champion. Haunted Machete. Attacks one enemy. Chance of getting fear debuff. Decreased speed. This does not seem like a great champion. I wonder what Hell Hades, who is one of the top content creators in the game, what does he say about this? He probably ranks them very low. You know what? We're gonna double up. Let's do another one because I feel like we're getting close to a legendary. Yes, let's go! Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Okay, let's take a look. It's an Orc legendary. That could totally change my Orcs faction, which you saw is actually active right now. Attacks one enemy, heals this champion by 10% of their max HP. Extra turn of the attack kills an enemy. Okay, so that might be cool. I can try to think of what fight that might be cool again. Attacks all enemy. After the champion sacrifices HP equal to 50% of their max HP, then places a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies. HP sacrifice will happen even if it kills this champion. What in the world? Did I just pull the most nonsense legendary of all time? Sacrifices HP equal to 50% of the champion's max HP, then equalizes HP levels of the target enemy, then grants an extra turn. The HP levels of both this champ and the target enemy will be brought down to the level of 1 of the lowest HP. Does not work against bosses. This is maybe... Oh. Revives this champ of 50% HP and full turn meter when dead if all allies are alive. Does not work if there are multiple Nogdars on the team. Okay, interesting. Evan Titus. There was a mini bracket. We had a mini bracket between 4 players. It already happened, but you can go back and rewind the stream and check it out there, or rewatch this later. Let's see what Hell Hades has to say about this guy, because he seemed, at first glance, he seems like a really weird legendary, like super duper weird. But maybe he's got some use to him. Yeah, not great. A unique PvP nuker, revive on death. This is interesting. I'm going to have to check him out in more detail, but this is not the best. He could be good in Faction Wars, which will be fine. But definitely not the best pull I could have gotten here. That is a slightly disappointing legendary. It happens, though. That's part of the pulls, right? Let's go ahead and look at the tournaments that are currently active. So there's lots of different places where... that tournament is not loading. Come on, tournament. Oh, it finally loaded. Just as I was turning away, it finally loaded. Here we go. Oh, there's currently a Dragon tournament. That's actually great, because I've been doing it. So there's always stuff going on, always events happening. I can't do the Classic Arena tournament, but Dragon tournament, right? So tournaments give you a little bit of playing against other players. As you'll see, not only can you... I wonder if my connection's taking a bit of a hit today. So in this tournament, not only can you, by hitting certain amounts of points that you earn in the tournament, get rewards just on your own, but then you also can compete against others on a leaderboard to unlock more rewards. And right now I have a ton of energy, and I have a lot of people to play against. So this tournament's going to be actually really good for us right now. And then events. As you saw, I was doing that Path event, a Dungeon Divers event. So this is actually a really great combination. If you're looking for a way to, like, if you're jumping into the game today, which, you know, great way to support doing more of this Clash Royale stuff, jump into the game right now. Give it a shot. But if you're looking at ways to compete, this is a good opportunity. because the combination of dungeon divers, where you can earn points in the event for gaining artifacts, gaining accessories, gaining gear, combined with a tournament where you attack the dragon, which is one of the main places to get really good gear, combined with the fact that the dragon right now has a triple chance of dropping the best gear. This is actually a phenomenal time to jump in. So let's go ahead. I've never beaten stage 24 of the dragon. So let's look at this. Dragon is currently on Spirit Affinity, which is green. So blue has an advantage over green. Red is at disadvantage. So I'm going to take Rathalos out. And I got to figure out, what can I do to really beat this dragon? Now, this dragon hits super hard. So here's what we're going to do. Let me unclick my team, my pre-made team here. Oh, it's not even on pre-made right now. Okay. I thought I had a pre-made. I'm going to take off Rathalos, and we're going to go ahead and put in the Miscreated Monster, whose one of his big abilities is that he can put shields on the rest of the team and can help everyone share HP so they don't get beat up as much. So let's go ahead and see. I'll take it off Super Raids. Let's go ahead and see if I can actually beat this. So we'll try to get through these first couple abilities. So let's go ahead and I'm going to take it off auto here. So first, this is Uggo, whose big ability is the Maelstrom Rack, which does a whole bunch of debuffs, right? So that's it's an AoE. Decreased defense is huge as it makes it so it's easier to do damage. And then you just put Leech, which whenever you hit them, it means your players heal. The big thing we want to make sure it happens here is that we don't lose our Duchess. She is critical, and I'm honestly really concerned right now about losing her. So we're going to go ahead, get a little extra shield on her, and then, oh boy, they are just all targeting Duchess. This is brutal. Instead of attacking, so this ability here gives ally protection, which means that they will share damage, and also will heal, puts continuous heal on this champion. This champion will stay up higher, but the big one is trying to help protect my Duchess. Now we're going to go ahead and hamstring, which will decrease speed and do some nice damage. Hopefully it hits where I need it to hit. I don't want to use this right now, but it will heal it will give 20% heal from this champion's max HP. So we're going to go ahead and heal. I'm glad I actually took this over manually because I think my Duchess would have gotten murked if I didn't. We're going to try to just get somebody off the board here. You can see now that we're kind of past some of the lower levels, these fights have gotten a lot harder. Let's go ahead and... Can I get through this without having to use it? It's on a 3-turn cooldown. No, we'll get through 2 turns at least before this fight's over. Let's go ahead and use it. All right, on the far left, this one's almost dead. Let's go ahead and AoE hit them all with some hard-hitting stuff. We'll get you off the board there. And I think now we're through this first wave fight pretty safely. In fact, I'm not going to use my shielding ability right now. I'm going to save that for the next wave because we have to get through the next wave before we can get to the boss. I think I can auto the rest of this. Oh, and I don't want to auto though because I don't want him to use his shield, his attack there. All right, so let's go ahead and manual this fight. Yeah, we're gonna slow grind manual this fight so that we have all the abilities for the next fight. Because I want to make sure that when we get into our next wave, that I can just really wreck them. Oh no 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 no! All right, I want to use this for a little extra crowd control, and I'm gonna use this now. I do not want her to go down. Let's keep trying to get her a little bit more. He's stunned. That's nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a little bit of damage here. Put a little damage back over here. Okay, he'll die from the poison. We can start taking somebody else out now. Man, this, again, like you saw, once we get to past some of the lower level fights, you start actually fighting real fights. It gets really challenging. And she's healing because she has regen gear on, which is really helpful. Or just... Oh, no, I don't actually have her in a regen set right now. I need to actually up her regen set. And almost through this fight. And we'll get to the next one. And then we'll start nuking again when we're in the next one. I might use his A3, his third ability. Oh no, we're done. Bye. Okay, so we'll just single target out of this one, and we'll get into our next wave. But yeah, you can see like how much harder this is than the ones I was able to do on auto fight, on auto battle. So we had to match up the affinities so I can actually hit. But gosh, this is hard. And she has this shield buff on. I don't have anybody who strips buffs. But we're almost through here. All right, that's that wave. All right, here we go. Wave number 2. So we're going to start off with big debuff. Then we're going to hit you guys stuns and shields. We're going to go for a big shot here. I will block debuffs on my team so that you can't actually do as much damage. And then let's go hit you guys with a big AoE. That's my biggest move. That's my big AoE move. You can see how little damage it does now against this higher level team. Just as a reminder, oh, you know what? I'm going to cast this now so that when they do get their turns, I don't get my Duchess as murdered as I was before. Let's go ahead and throw a lot of poisons down. Oh, the poisons. Is his accuracy not enough to land poisons right now? Is that what's happening? Because I'm at such a higher level? Oh, that's brutal. Oh, that's absolutely brutal. I just realized why I'm having so much trouble here. So, of the many different stats that come on your characters, accuracy is one of the key ones. Accuracy dictates how often your abilities, in particular your debuffs, how often they land on your opponents. And the higher level fight you're engaged in, the more accuracy it takes to actually land those debuffs. And I'm realizing now that the accuracy on my Kale, who's one of the starter champions, but who's still crazy powerful, his accuracy is too low. I have not calibrated him right to be capable of landing his poisons, which are his big damage dealer, at this level. So he is totally not even viable anymore. Oh, that makes this fight really hard. Let's go ahead and put this one on auto. I think that Duchess Lilith will survive this. But I think this fight is going to be... I don't know if I can win this fight. I know I'll get through the wave here, but I don't think I can win this fight. I might even abandon it because this fight's taking so long. This has been 6 minutes already. Let's see what it's like once we get against the dragon. And if, like, after a minute or two, I'm not really making headway, then we'll ditch out of the fight. But this is wild. This is absolutely wild. Yeah, totally unable to do anything here. This is crazy. Well, we'll get through the wave. And can we... Let's watch the first minute of this dragon fight. Because you saw me try to fight this dragon earlier. Okay, so poison is landing there. That's good. You saw me try to fight this dragon earlier, and it went very poorly. It went very, very poor. I mean, it went really well. It was very poorly for the dragon. I crushed the dragon. This is a totally different version of that fight, though. Right? Because this dragon is so much more powerful. So let's see. I'm curious about how hard the dragon hits. Okay, so we survived that hit. We might actually do okay here, now that I've kind of worked this team a little bit. So you talk about this dragon's abilities, right? Some of the big stuff. So max HP skills, which is where your damage is based off of how much HP the opponent has. One of the hardest hitting skills in the game. They don't scale. They don't go past 10% of the max HP, right? So you can't. There are some bosses you can like totally one-shot when doing this sort of stuff. You can't one-shot this buff. Now, dragons are immune to a lot of different abilities, including, as you can see, all these things, right? Stun, freeze, sleep. A lot of the crowd control stuff that you use against regular characters, you can't use against the dragon. This is huge, this stun debuff, which is why when this dragon does hit you with it, that my Duchess Lilith is so huge, because she has block debuffs, which is those red hearts that are on, or those blue hearts. So she is able to stop you from being debuffed with that, from being stunned, which is massive. And we've survived that pretty much okay. And we're able to revive them. Oh, we beat this one. We crushed this one. I'm so glad I didn't dip out. We absolutely crushed this. And I've never beaten this stage before, and it was all about properly balancing my team. The reward was mid. That's a pretty bad reward. But doesn't matter. I've actually finally beat Dragon's Lair stage 24. That's massive, because now I can attempt, and I don't know if I'm going to beat this for a long time. I can beat stage 25. I can attempt stage 25. Once I do that, I can go and start doing hard, which gives you even crazier rewards. That's a whole different ballgame. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. I did not anticipate beating that. Let's go ahead and go back and pull another Sacred. We have one more. Do you think we can go back-to-back on Legendaries? We just got a Legendary on stream a minute ago. Let's see if we can pull another one. Hey! What's up, Relax Cod? How are you? I'm having a really great day. We had a really fun Clash Royale tournament earlier, sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, and now we're here playing Raid, and this has been a fun stream so far. Let's see. That's an AoE. Ooh, an AoE A1 is actually really nice. Ally protection buff on all allies. Shield buff on this champ. That's a pretty good shield buff. 50% chance of playing. Oh, a decrease attack debuff AoE. That's pretty nice. And then ally HP and faction crips. This is pretty. She's pretty good. Let's go see what Hell Hades says about her. And again, he is the big content creator. Has a whole bunch of like resources for you to use. I have a feeling that she's actually not that great. Oh, no. She's just not that versatile. Will be really good in certain fights. Stun set, yep, absolutely. Big accuracy. Cool. Yeah, HP, accuracy, and a stun set will be good on her. Very cool. What are the prizes? What are the goals we should reach? Mito. So let me show you some cool things that are available if you sign up today. And you have to use the link that I have either in the chat or in the description. But in the link today, first things first, when you sign up, you get energy, which is what you need to do fights. You get another ancient shard, which is one of the ways you can pull and get new characters. Some silver, and you get a free epic champion, which is pretty big. Once you make level 25, which if you download right now, you could do it during the stream. That's how fast you can reach level 25. Then you get more energy, more shards, more silver, and another really valuable. Rector Drath is actually a super duper legit healer that is usable in a whole lot of different areas of the game. And then for new players only, there's currently this really cool event where they're giving away gaming consoles, gift cards, and then more in-game rewards. And you saw those legendary books are super hard to get. Legendary champions are hard to get. But this is only for new players. The Spring Hunt, I can't even do it. But you go to springhunt.plarium.com. It ends at the end of this month. And by completing the stuff that's on there, you can unlock all these other rewards. You do need to use your player ID, which you find by going to your own face and then going to going to your face, going to option info. Where is it? Where's player ID? Oh, there it is. Player ID on info. You can copy that and put it in. You can play this both on PC and mobile. I'm actually playing the PC version right now, and you can play back and forth. So I can play here, then go to my tablet, then go to my phone and play on all three places. Format, we like debuffs. What's up, Format? How are you? So those are all some really cool things that you can get. And then currently ongoing, I've already actually unlocked her. I'll show you right now. Adriel, who is a legendary champion. I currently have her at level 50 with 5 stars to her. She is pretty buffed up. I'm going to get her 60 pretty soon. But Chronicler, that's hard to say. Chronicler Adriel. But Adriel is a new champion you can get just for logging in, right? So 7 days of login, and you unlock her. Here's how you can see how you can not only unlock gear, but also get her, and then by still logging in more, get more rewards. So there's still time if you download the game today to get this free legendary champion just by logging in 7 days, which is pretty rad. And they do login champions like this every once in a while. In fact, you've seen me using Rathalos a whole lot. He was a login champion, a free login champion. He's actually crazy powerful. So those are pretty cool as well. Those are all things that can happen right now. Let's see. Let's go back here. Oh, I earned a bunch more for Wixwell's Path. Great. Let's go ahead and continue down this path. 'Cause I want to get that legendary book that's over here. But to get there, I have to unlock this key, which is down here. So let's see how far down the path I can get. Another epic book. That's great. And I'm almost to this. I'm almost to that Chaos Ore. Then I'll get these keys. Then I'll get that legendary book right there. That will be awesome. That's what I want. I'm very confused about how this path goes down this way. Maybe I didn't read the path correctly. Oh, or when I get those keys, I can then go down this side and get that book more easily. Awesome. That's actually going to be super duper helpful. I did see we got some epic books, though. And let's go to a character I've been working on, Myruella, who she's super badass. All of her main attacks are multis, which is really, really good for a certain boss called the Fire Knight, where you have to hit his shield 10 times to get it off so you can actually damage him. So she's really good in that. And as you can see, I'm working on trying to build her up. I've got her to level 60, but right now I have 2 epic books. Let's see where they actually land. And they both go into her harassment volley, I think. Yeah, so harassment volley is finally maxed. That's her A1. That's great. The turn meter reduction is actually really huge. She can reduce how often whoever you're fighting actually gets to attack. So that's actually fine. I'm glad to have that up to that full chance now for turn meter reduction. Next epic books, though, hopefully we increase this, which is a great ability, right, to add 3 debuffs, decrease defense, weaken, and decrease speed. And then this actually is her least useful skill, in my opinion. Filling turn meter is nice. The increased crit rate, most of the people who I have who need crit rate, they're already maxed out. They already have 100% crit rate. So that's actually the least useful ability for him. I might not even, if I get the other one maxed, I might not even do that. Okay, here we go to our Guardian. What's happening here? The Guardian Ring. This area has a lot of cool stuff going on. The Sparring Pit is a place you can put some champions you're not using right now so that they can go and passively grind XP to help you get up. There's a bunch of stuff you can do here that makes no sense for early game players. Let's see at our quests here. Completed a couple quests. I have that one ready to go. Win a campaign battle 7 times. You know what? This is actually really good for grinding up XP. We're going to do some campaign battles. Let's see. Do I have any food I want to grind up really quick? I don't need to grind them up. Let's go ahead and do a quick... Let's go ahead and do a quick mystery 10x summon so I can summon some food. Trent Sundom, where's the tournament? The tournament was at the start of the stream, but if you rewind, you can go back and watch it. But stick around and watch this. It's a great way to support me doing tournaments like that one. And again, today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends, making that tournament possible. So if you want more cool tournaments like this, the best way to do it, support the stream. Give it a download and give it a shot. Let's go ahead and... Oh, you know, I don't need to beat a boss. I can just do it this way. There is a champion in this area. Let me go back here because I'm going really fast. So this champion, Spirit Host, I actually have one that's level 5 with it's level 50, 5 stars, with a whole lot of other abilities upgraded. And you can upgrade abilities 2 ways. One, by books, like we've seen me try to get those different books that help. We just saw me put 2 of them into Myruella, but also by sacrificing the same champion if you have duplicates. So I really want to get more duplicates of her to finish upgrading her abilities. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in here, and we're going to do a quick run of me. Let's see. Let's go ahead and just do these. I'm going to go ahead and throw on. Oh, let's do this, actually. I can do it this way. This will just let it passively happen as we chat here for a second. You can, once you have beat a level, once you've beat a certain battle, you can put it onto multi-battle. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys multi-battle here. It's really simple. Now I can sit back, relax, and let's say that like I want to do something else for a minute, or I'm passively playing. I can now set up multi-battles, and the game can grind for me for a few minutes. Right? So you talk about, oh, like whether you're, personally I'm a big grinder, but having the ability to let it grind for you is super duper convenient in a game that does require like some repetition here. And Format saying, don't forget to get the stream. Oh, thank you, Format. I really appreciate that. Hope everyone does enjoy it. And if you haven't yet, give it a try. You see this counter that's above me? Every time someone does use the link, this counter will track that. So if you haven't yet, grab the game, use that link, get the free rewards, and see if you can push to level 12. Also, you can join my clan. My clan's pretty advanced, so you can get some pretty cool rewards just by being in it. Oh, I am so stuffed up. So as you can see, we're able to just like run through these fights pretty quickly. I'm not getting that champion, unfortunately, but it's fine. I'm still completing the a mission, completing a quest that I had available for me, and I am gaining some XP for these characters who need it, so I can turn them into food, so I can level up other champions, and I'm getting some silver as well, which you need to level up your gear. So I'm fine with that. I'm good on that one. Once we get these ones to 10, I'm going to go ahead and back out here. But we need to hit 7 plays to finish this quest. But now we can just kind of chill. What are you guys doing today? Later today, I'm recording another video. And then, if you don't know, I've joined the commentary team for Austin's professional ultimate frisbee team, the Austin Soul. And I'm going to be doing, I'm going to practice to the team practice today because we have a home game against the Chicago Union this Saturday, 7 p.m. So I'm going to go watch practice to take some notes and get my thoughts ready for the weekend. Great. Perfect. They all reached their max level. Plenty of food to give to other champions. I beat that daily quest. Now we did all of our daily quests, which is nice because I get all that. And then once I complete, let's see, upgrade champion to rate 4, complete daily quest 5 times. Big monthly quest. Claim the reward for completing all daily quests 30 times. You should do your daily quests every single day. You can get a void shard, which we're going to open up some void shards here in a minute. But you do that when you do that 5 times, or when you complete all the monthly quests, you get a sacred shard, which we've seen is the best way to get legendaries. But let's go ahead and go to our voids. Now, normally I would be saving these, right? Best practices is to not open all of these. But we're here. Let's do it for the stream. Let's go ahead and see what we can get. Let's go ahead and open a void shard. Like I said before, void is really valuable because they don't get involved in that 3-way fight. I already have cage bound. Let's go do another one. Void doesn't get involved in that 3-way fight between blue, green, and red. All right. He's all right. I actually think I already have him, which might be good for me to sacrifice him to book him up. I would love to get at least an epic out of these 10 void shards. Ooh, Painkeeper. Is there a situation where you use 2 Painkeepers? Painkeeper is really sought after because she decreases this cooldown of ally skills, which in a certain composition, there's a thing you have to fight called the clan boss, the Demon Lord, which is how you unlock some of the most important things in the game. And making your best team for that is one of the most important things you can do in Raid Shadow Legends. And Painkeeper is a big part of that because of this ability, because she can decrease the cooldowns of ally skills. So I already have a Painkeeper. I wonder if there's any reason to have 2 Painkeepers, or if I should use this one to sacrifice her as a book for the other one. So I'm going to look into that later. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. I would love to get an epic out of one of these. Oh, Hollow's not very good. You know what? Let's go ahead and expand my collection. Why not? I have so many gems right now. Come on, give me something. Seducer. First of all, that's a hilarious name. Look at this dude. Look at this dude with the abs and the dip down here. What are you talking about? Yo, some of the character designs in this game are so funny because some of them are like, oh, here's a big weird demon or whatever, and some of them are like, here's an overly sexy person dressed with very little on. I'll show you some of the chicks they have in this thing. This game is ridiculous sometimes. And his name's Seducer, so I guess fine. But dude, that right there goes way too low. Come on, dude. Come on. All right. Attacks one enemy, chance playing sleep debuff. Okay, sleep is good against the Phantom Lord. Sleep's good against one of the dungeon fights. Attacks all enemies, a good chance for decreased attack. This is actually kind of legit. Increased defense and block debuffs. Ooh. This might be like super duper legit. This might be super duper legit for one of the fights. Let's see. Block debuffs. I'm reading up on this. Paired with Temptress. Oh, enhanced. I didn't even look at that. Only available. Oh, this is only available when Temptress is on the same team. Selfless partner. Ally protection and block damage. Only when Temptress is on the same team. That's really weird. But all right, cool. Is he really good against Sand Devil? I guess he's not. I would have thought that he'd be good against Sand Devil with the sleep. Stun set for crowd control. That's interesting. Good in dungeon, faction wars, and Doom Tower bosses. All right. So kind of situational, but interesting. Let's go open up another one. What do we got here? Fnatic. Oh, my Shadowkin faction is actually really bad. That's one of my other factions that's really struggling right now. So let's take a look at this one. Attacks one enemy, has a 30% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense debuff. 60% chance if it's under... Ooh, that decreased defense is nice. Attacks one enemy, has 70% of chance to two random debuffs from... I don't like debuff transfers. That means you already have to be like having debuffs on you, then land and transfer them over to somebody else. I've never liked debuff transfer, but maybe I need to grow up a little bit. An increased attack buff. So that's an interesting support champion. I'm trying to think of like where that might be good in like some PvP maybe, but doesn't look great. Yeah, really not great. Yeah, not a phenomenal pick. Not a phenomenal pull here. Let's see what we get next. Drown Bloat Wraith. I think I already have him. Decreased defense. Yeah. Okay. Almost done with these void pulls. Ooh! Exemplar. Okay, an epic pull here. This is awesome. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Attacks one enemy 2 times, plus actually if this attack is critical. Okay, so once it's ascended, it's actually way better. Puts one of the target skills on cooldown if the first hit is critical and they're under a weakened debuff. Increases cooldown one of the target's skills by 2 turns if they're not under... Oh, that's fascinating. So increasing cooldown is nice. Attacks 3 times at random. Each has 75% chance of placing a weakened debuff. Okay, cool. Attacks one enemy. Could place freeze and block active skills. This feels really PvP. Yeah, arena. Boom. Increases ally crit rate in arena battles. Okay, an arena-based champion here. I kind of have my arena team built, but there is also an arena that you need 3 teams for. So this might be cool in there. Interesting. Let's pull our last 2 voids. What if one of them turned out to be a legendary? That'd be crazy. I don't think I know there's like one skeleton that's decent. Block buffs debuff, okay. Block active skills debuff, and it can buff up to 100%, right? So you see level 6, you get plus 20%, and that could be a 100% chance of blocking active skills, which means that your opponent can only do their basic, can't do any of the other stuff, which is actually really nice. And a heal reduction debuff. And then a 30% increased defense buff on this champion. That's interesting. Let me go ahead and look this up and see. We're encountering a lot of, because I'm pulling so many shards today, we're encountering like a lot of champions that I'm not familiar with. Not very well rated. Oh yeah, those aren't really, it's a kind of PvP skills, but then everything else is not PvP based. That makes sense. All right, one more void shard. Let's go get it. Come on. Oh, interesting. This is one of the best rare champions in the game. Really sought after. And I already have one that's almost to level 60, like pretty well geared. I'm wondering if there's any universe where 2 Bellowers is actually useful. Because they are AoE champions, right? Every one of his attacks is AoE, and the current meta for this game is based off of AoE, attack all attacks, as opposed to just doing single target damage. So that could be really interesting. Huh. I'm wondering if we should buy some sacred shards to kind of go for something again. I'm wondering about that. Ooh, we can continue along our Wixwell. This is great. Did I get the keys already? I didn't get the keys yet. So let's go and unlock this. Let's get this key. Yes. And oh, that's really tempting down there too. But I really want to get this legendary book. Let's unlock that. And I'm almost there. I'm almost there to upgrade and summon champions. That's how you get them. I think we're gonna have to do. I think we're gonna have to. I think we've been a little free to play today. I think we have to switch it up a little bit though. Might have to get some cool stuff here because I really want to go after that. Ooh, limited spec. What are some of the good offers here? No. Maybe. Ooh, eight voids, 2 legendary books. That's actually really worth looking at. Let's come back to that. We'll come back and look at that again. I don't love that. No. Yeah, no. Nope. Nope. I wonder if, what? We'll see if any special offers pop up while we're playing that are cool. But I might come back and do this. Oh yeah, that might be totally worth it actually. I might come back and do that. Yeah, I'll close that. I might come back to that one. Ooh, that could be good though. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other content areas. So one of the places that is kind of the newer content is this Doom Tower, where you try to climb up and you can see all these really cool rewards you can unlock. You can unlock more energy, more silver. These are charms here that can help you craft better gear. Ooh, actually, before we go there, the Crafting Forge, one of the many places to get gear. And what you do, for the stuff that you can earn throughout the game, you can use that to make good gear. And this perception set, probably one of the best sets you can get in, one of the best, most accessible sets that you can get in the Forge. Boosts your accuracy so that you can hit your debuffs can land better, but also boosts your speed. And it only requires 2 items to activate this. Every gear set you have to get a certain combination of items, number of items on you to actually do something. So this is a pretty good one. And we're going to go ahead and those charms I was telling you about, we'll get some more of those. We're going to boost the chance to get a higher rank, to get to level 6 star. Boost the chance to be epic or legendary. And then I'm also going to try to see if I can get a gauntlet out of this one. And I want the primary stat on this to be like crit rate or HP or defense. So I'm going to put the substat. I only have 1 speed charm. I'm going to put a speed substat charm. Let's see what we get here. An epic chest, good substats, flat attack, right? Not a percentage boost, but a number boost. We're going to sell that. That's no bueno. But now that you understand what those do, let's go back into the Doom Tower, which is one of the coolest pieces of content they have now. And we're going to go ahead and play a couple levels of the Doom Tower here. We're low enough in the Doom Tower right now that I can autoplay this portion of it. And that's the big thing is some of the earlier levels of things, the Doom Tower resets every once in a while, every couple of weeks. And once you start the climb, you can press play, walk away, come back, and your team has climbed through the easy levels that you've already destroyed in the past. And then once you get up higher, you have to take over and manually do some of the fights because your team just ain't powerful enough for it. So we're going to get through this one pretty quickly. And that's like a easy 100 energy. We should go spend some more of this energy. I think we might grind that dragon fight a bit. We're not going to try to do that super high level dragon fight again because that took way too long. But we might grind dragon for a minute and see what happens. Oh man, I am a little stuffy today, folks. So we're almost through this one. I'm going to take it off auto battle. So it'll finish this fight for me, and then it'll stop auto battling. And folks, I know I've been saying it a bunch. As you guys can see, I actually grind the heck out of this game. I know a lot about it. Give it a try. It's the easiest way to support this stream. Let's see if we can get some decent gear out of this. I would like to get some decent gear out of this dragon right now. It would be useful. And you can see like some of this content, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you play a game and earlier on something takes you forever to do and then you level up and then it's suddenly very doable. That's actually really satisfying, where trying to beat Dragon level 20, which we're playing right now, was so hard to do. It's like a big milestone, because Dragon 20 is one of the first ones where you can get yourself kind of a guaranteed certain caliber of gear that you want. And then now I can pretty easily get through Dragon 20. Like, it's a no question. I just, you know, set my team and they're able to auto battle and take it down really easily. And I can just vibe to the music. Anyone else here just vibing to the music? Jamming to the jam? While we're letting this fight go, one of the things that you can get as a new player that I don't get to do because I'm a veteran player here is the Spring Hunt event. It's a mini game where they're giving away like gaming consoles, I think $10,000 worth of gift cards to Amazon, and all you have to do is download the game and then go to springhunt.plarium.com, which is in the description below, and put in your raid ID, and you can play it. And not only do you get involved in those giveaways and possibility to win those things, but you can also win really cool prizes inside the game. So there's a mini game in there. It ends May 30th, and not only, like I said, you get those prize packs, but a bunch of like really powerful heroes that are only available through the Spring Hunt. It's a really good way to push yourself forward and take a big jump in your account. So if you've ever gone like, hey, I've seen these ads a bunch. I've seen streamers like you do sponsored stuff for it before. I've seen people do it in their videos. Have you ever thought about trying it? Like, today's the day to try it out. Just give it a shot. See what happens, and you're going to get, not only from just from my tracking link, just from my link, not only will you get a bunch of rewards just for using my link to download the game, you'll get more rewards when you reach level 25, or level 12, and level 25. You'll get more rewards by doing this Spring Hunt, and on top of all that, there's the giveaway, there's the 7-day login champion, Adriel. So you can take your account, like how hard it was for me to get to that point, you can leapfrog me by weeks if you start trying out Raid Shadow Legends today. So give it a look. Let's see. Nope, don't want that. We'll sell that. Nope, we don't want that. We'll sell that. Okay. Definitely out of all of those things. Ooh. Man, my nose is certainly feeling the heat today. Hold on one second here. Oh, my music died. What happened to my music? What happened to my music? I'll be back in a second. Hold on. Let me go ahead and add it back in. I thought the music was on all of my different scenes. Oh, there we go. Music is back. All right. Very cool. All right, here we are. All right, let's go ahead and pull some more void shards. Oh yeah, there's that. I didn't know I had that up. But there's the way you can get that Adriel chase. I didn't know these were all going to autoplay. But there you go. Spring Hunt coming up. Put in your ID. This is what I was talking about beforehand. Ways that you can get some cool stuff. That you can advance your account here. So we got some more void shards. Let's go ahead and check them out. Let's see what we can pull. Can we get anything good here? Another one of him. Don't need him. Ooh, another epic. Beardall Fellhammer. My dwarves need some boosting. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Heal reduction, okay. One enemy 3 times. Each hit has a chance of placing a 60% decreased debuff. That's the good decreased defense. If the target's under heal reduction. A shield buff on this champion, okay. So we want it to be under heal reduction. Okay, so once the A1 hits, then you go with the A2 and try to get the decreased debuff. Counterattack at the start of each round. Okay, cool. And then some increases ally attack in dungeons. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I wonder where I might use that guy. I mean, probably just in my could be in Fire Knight. Hey, going to download with your link. Hey, thanks, Sky. I really appreciate that. I think you're going to enjoy it. And you know what? Give it a try. Hopefully you do. Maybe you can get to level 12 before the stream is over. But it's a great way to support the esports stuff I do on the channel because I need supporters. And Raid Shadow Legends has been generous enough to support this event today. Let's see. A Paragon. Ooh, I can do Paragon cheese. Paragon. Okay, let me show you how cheesy Paragon is. Places an unkillable buff and a 25% increased attack buff on a target ally for 2 turns. So if there's a boss that you can't beat, this champion is so cheesy. It's called the Paragon cheese strategy. You can this guy, when you get him cooled down to level 3, so the cooldown's only 2 turns, he can basically just keep himself up against a lot of bosses. I don't know if you get anything for level 12, Sky. You can get, but level 25 you get stuff which you can get to pretty quickly. And given all the rewards that you get by using my link, you can get to level 25 pretty fast. Let me take a look. I think it's level 25 where you get your first big rewards. Yeah, after reaching level 25, you get all of this stuff. Rector Drath is so good. I'm actually kind of surprised at giving Rector Drath away as a free gift. But that's amazing. Like, Rector Drath is a killer healer that my buddy Joe actually is using in his main composition right now. So yeah, that's your reward for level 25. And then if you do, don't forget to do the Spring Hunt, because that Spring Hunt, like I said, they're giving away 5 gaming consoles plus like $10,000 worth of gift cards from Amazon. And then, of course, you're going to unlock more champions and really important gear just by doing that online thing. It's like the easiest way. The amount you're going to skip past where I was when I started the game just by using this link today and doing all this stuff is insane. It really is nutty. But let's go back to, yeah, so Paragon, it's such a cheesy strat, but long story boring, because they have this unkillable buff, you can basically just keep them alive forever in certain fights and get past bosses you normally couldn't get past because of how strong that is. So Paragon is dope. I'm glad I pulled a Paragon here. All right. Another Painkeeper. I have 3 Painkeepers now. I need to look and see if it's useful to have more than 1 Painkeeper. I might be able to use one of these as a book for the others. That'll be useful. Okay, let's expand my champion collection. Why not? Why not? Okay. Dilgol. I think I might have fed a Dilgol a long time ago. Weak decrease speed. Weak decrease accuracy. Yeah. He might be okay. What else do we got here? Fanatic. I think I already pulled him earlier today. 2 more of these. Draconis. Attacks one enemy. Heals the ally with lowest HP by 7.5% of damage. But he's an HP champion. Damage based on HP. Okay. Shield. Okay, a shield buff is actually useful in some places. Removes all this now with the lowest HP and heals them by 25%. This feels like a Faction Wars exclusive champion. That's kind of what this feels like. But I wonder if there's other content that he's good for. Oh, he was part of a fusion. Oh, strong against the Scarab King. Oh, that's right, because of the shields. That's right, because of these shields. The shield buff on all allies is good against Bogoth the Scarab King. The Scarab King is really annoying. If you don't have shields up, you get murked really hard. So using him on the Scarab King is actually really good. pretty good in Faction Wars too. So I might do some stuff with him. God, a lot of cool champions to go through today after the stream with all these pulls we've had. And another one of Sexy Seducer. Dude, put a shirt on. Put a shirt on. What are you doing? Put a shirt on, man. My word. That guy with his refusal to wear shirts. It's crazy. Ooh, I think we have enough. Yes! We can get that legendary skill tome now. That's so huge. That's so huge. Let's go. Let's go to my Duchess. Let's upgrade you. Oh, we're going to max her right now. This is great. Let's... Oh, she is going to be so gangster now. Fully buffed all the way across the board. That's so huge. Oh, that's so huge. She is going to be so basically unstoppable now. Now I have to work on upgrading her gear. Right? So gear-wise, I have her in an Immortal set. But it's kind of a weak Immortal set. Immortal heals by 3% each turn. But what I really want to get her into for her main set is I want to get her into... I have so much gear I need to clean. I want to get her into a regeneration set. Heals by 15% HP each turn. And I just haven't had the right combination of stuff to put her in. So once I get her there, once I get the right... I need to grind the Fire Knight, which is where you get this stuff. But I just don't have the right combo for her at the moment. Right? It's stats over sets is kind of the rule. Right? So like this chest, 50% defense, speed, HP. Like this has got some good stuff for her. But man, I really want to get some stuff, some other stuff to help her out. Because if I can get her into regen, then she's basically she's fully goated. Like absolutely fully goated. Right now she's in decent shape. But I have a lot of ground to make up with her. A lot to get her up to snuff. Let's go check the market, let new stuff in. Always buy your mystery shards when you're in there. Go back to our events. Did I have more Wixwell's Path? I wonder if I can then go down. I can get those keys. I don't know if I need keys. I could get, this could be useful. This is for souls, to buy souls. And souls are another way to upgrade your character. But I have a key. So if I can go down this path and get enough to get that, another legendary book would be insane. So I might need to just bust down this path with that second key and get that other book. I don't need a mythical skill tome because I don't have any mythical champions. So I think it's going to be go here, then go here, and then keep trying to work down this left-hand side and get that legendary book. That's going to be the game plan here. I'm going to get some good stuff out of Wixwell's Path. This is going to be a good one for me. All those are cleared. I have a lot more of that. Great. How are my quests doing? Oh, we haven't done any PvP. Let's go look at the Classic Arena for a second. I don't like these matchups. Let's refresh the list. So, the Classic Arena is your basic area for PvP. Oh, this is a guarantee win. That's nice. So, this is my current arena team. You can see one of my champions isn't even level 60 yet. But he's so good at debuffing. And I have him in a stun set, which is great. So, let's go ahead and let this one. This will be an easy win for me. So, I have my speed champion, who gets me all buffed up for speed. And then now it's just debuffing. And then trying to chip down this damage. This guy actually might take a little longer because he's annoying. Now, you see that stun, that circle? That's a stun right there. And this guy, Bellower, I have him in a stun set. So he has a good chance to stun every time he hits, which is great because he always does AoE, attack all kind of damage, and which is really useful, especially in every part of content, but in PvP in particular. I don't have him specifically calibrated for PvP, but his debuffs are so valuable, and that that stun is so good that I'm just using him in PvP right now. As you can see, this will be an easy fight. It's just going to take a while. But I don't have a healer though. I just realized. Is it possible I could lose this because I don't have a healer, and this guy is so tanky that he could he wait me out? He might wait me out. Oh my word! I really better hit some stuns. Okay, so decreasing defense, decreasing attack. Okay, yeah, we're doing all right. And he's attacking my miscreated monster, who is real tanky, real hard to hurt. I just need Xena to go do more damage. The fact that I gotta have Xena in this game is so funny, and I love it. Oh man, this guy is really. I think we win, but man, he is not making it easy. This is one of the most annoying champions that was a free unlock earlier in the history of the game, and so many people have him, and he's so annoying. Hey, Samander, how are you? Good to see you. We did our Clash Royale portion earlier. Now we're doing the Raid Shadow Legends portion of the stream. Big shout out to Raid for supporting this tournament today. Dude, can I actually break through? Because he might kill my Bellower before I can stop him. I really need to land a stun on him. Provoke is fine because she'll just go back and attack. Land a stun, please. Nope, no stun landed. Little heal for him, and Bellower's down. He sheeps. Oh my word, this is getting dicey. This is getting real dicey here. You're sheeped for, there we go. And he heals. Good damage. I need to get a stun. Please land a stun here. Got him with just a shot. Nice. Oh boy. All right, so that was the Classic Arena, right? Which you can auto battle in Classic Arena. One of the most important ways to upgrade a portion of your game, because when we come back out here into the Great Hall, you can develop bonuses for your different affinities. And right now, to try to progress through a certain portion of the game, I need to win 2. Ooh! We can beat one of the hardest missions in the game. So this is your mission run, which, as you can see, unlocks really good gear down here. You can see Sacred Shards, Legendary Skill Tomes, and then Arbiter, who's one of the best healing champions in the game. And great for PvP. But I have to get through all these missions, and I'm into a portion where the missions are really hard. And this one, upgrade an affinity bonus to level 8, is been taking me so long to do. It's such a hard one to do. But with 2 more wins in Classic Arena, I can actually get it done. I might be able to get it done here on stream. Let's go ahead and do another Classic Arena fight. Ooh, boy. This is actually really exciting. If I could do this on stream. Oh, they're hitting pretty hard. Okay, good hit from Xena. Next up will be Miscreated Monster. And he's in a... Look at that. Lightning. It stuns on all of them. Stuns are so huge. Little crowd control. And this... Oh, but he actually had Uggo built to survive. Huge HP Uggo. Uggo? I call him Uggo. Seems rude, but that's what I call him. But I think we win here. Locked active skills, great. One more down to go, and then just Haikatoon. And I can 1v1 Haikatoon here. Boom, or 4v1 Haikatoon, pretty easy. Boom! All right, one more to go, and I will have enough to beat one of the hardest challenges. I have so much fun stuff we're going to do today on stream. Actually ended up being perfect. I don't know if I win this. I have higher power, but this combination here, especially this fella, Artak, who's really nasty, attacks all enemies with HP burn, one of the strongest debuffs, does so much damage, more instantly activates his HP burn, and all this stuff. There's so everything he does is just let me burn your HP and ruin your day. This guy is really, really nasty. Yeah, he's got Deacon Armstrong, who's really good for filling turn meter, getting speed buffs. This might be an L. Let's go check it out. Even though I have a higher team attack power overall, my team power overall is higher, I do get to go first, which is huge. So we get some good hits, get some stuns, and then land some more stuns. Oh, yeah. As long as I just don't... Can I get one more round in before they start popping off on me? Yes, let's go! Let's go! What a fight! What a fight! And this is massive because now I can go and I've been trying to grind out this specific mission for so long. So this is great. So in here you can upgrade all the champions of a specific affinity. Now I have magic champions, the blue champions. I have more of them than any other affinity. So I've put a lot in here. And accuracy, of course, helps you land debuffs on your opponents more frequently. And so this is getting way up there. It's so hard to grind these levels for this one. But this one I'm doing now, we're going to get that one. I finish this progress mission. Boom, I get that one done. Boom, I get that one done. And this is not going to be an exciting one for you to watch. I'm not going to do this one right now. But clear stage 15 of the Arcane Keep 10 times on auto. That one will be easy to do. This one will be easy to do. This will be easy to do. This will be easy to do. So I'm about to run through a bunch of missions. That one's already done. I can do this one for sure. I can get through all of these. And then back up to that same mission, but level 9. So I can basically run through all of these missions. Then I got to grind my arena fights again. That's going to be real difficult to do. But I'll do it. So that's the classic arena. Then you have the tag arena. Let's refresh this. Let's see what we got. So in tag arena, this is one of the ways where you can secretly kind of boost your account really nicely, because you can actually strategize about how you make your 3 teams fight against their 3 teams. And it has this bazaar, this really cool place you can get a bunch of great rewards with the currency you earn from these fights, including getting fragments for this legendary champion, Drexthar, who's actually really sick. So I'm going to, HP burn is such a huge thing to have. So let's go ahead and do one tag battle. Let's see. So you can see the different power matchups. This is my best team here. I'm going to put that team against their best team. And then these two should be pretty easy dubs. So let's go ahead and see it. Let's go ahead and see what I can do. So I increase my speed, I debuff them all, hit them with a big shot, hit them with a stun and put shields on me, lower their turn meter, and smack them in the face. They didn't even get a turn. Let's do it. Now this might be a little bit harder, even though I should have a pretty big advantage. That hit really hard. They actually got to hit this time. And I'm going to crush this too. I'm going to crush this fight too, dude. Crushing more fights. Let's go. Oh, this fight's nice. This will be an easy 3-0. An easy 3-0. Very cool. Very cool. Now, yeah, I'm gonna get some nice. Look at that, nice currency there, so I can go and buy more stuff in that bazaar. I can go buy more stuff down here. I can buy more shards. Eventually, I can buy void shards, which will be huge, and even sacred shards if I can get up high enough in these arenas. Live arena is currently closed, unfortunately, so we can't do any live arena. What other quest do I have? Oh, yeah, I have that one still. I've finished all the daily quests. And now, so look at this. My advanced quests have reset, so now I can reset all the way back and get another legendary tome eventually. Go to the portal here. You can see Fragment Summon. I now have 38 out of the 100 fragments needed for Drexthar. So that's going to be nice when I actually get him. Working my way up. Trying to get there. Will get there eventually. So one of the questions people have when playing a game like this one is, if I am going to spend gems, where should I spend them? Well, for spending gems, the number one place is the gem mine, because gem mines actually will give you a rate of return. Basically, once you upgrade them, as you can see, they give you more gems every certain amount of time. Mine's not maxed, but it's close to maxed. But this is a big investment. It's an investment that's really good if you're going to play the game for 100 days or more, because it takes about that long to get back the 500 gems that you spend. But it's super duper worth it. It's the best one. The second best place to spend your gems is on energy. If you need more energy, you can always spend 40 gems to refill your energy entirely, which is really, really valuable for you. And the third best place, you only should do it once. Actually, the third best place is unlocking more Guardian Ring stuff. Now, people also want to know, if I am going to spend money in the game, where should I spend it? And that's a really good question. I think that these normal packs, the pricing is kind of harsh. The best place to spend is if you get special offers that pop up as number one. But number two, best place to spend is here in the limited special offers area, right? And you saw there was one I liked already. This one's pretty good. Some Ancients, a Sacred Shard, and 3 Voids. That one's not bad at all. If you have if I had a legendary who needed to get a big boost right now, this is actually nice to get all those legendary books. Legendary Power Pack. So looking for these special ones is usually the best way to do it. And, ooh, 3 Primal Shards. Primals are actually kind of dope. That one maybe. No, not today. No. And I would personally, I would never spend money on gear because gear rolls randomly. You don't actually know what you're going to get from your gear. So I don't know if there's a pack in there I want to spend money on right now. We'll see. Let's play a little bit more and see if something pops up. That's the thing too, is maybe something will pop up and it will be something cool that I actually want to spend on. So let's go ahead and do some more, a little bit more of this dragon. A little more dragon. Big thanks again to Sky for downloading with the link. Do appreciate that. And if anybody else wants to support, this is the way to do it. Download the game, give it a try. Oh gosh, I can't wait to take her into the Demon Lord fight. Now that she's fully booked, it's like a complete game changer. A complete game changer for her. You know what I realized? We have a bunch of ancient shards we didn't even pull. We have like 30 ancients to pull. Ooh, we'll do that after this. That'll be very cool. Pulling like 30 of those and seeing what we get. I'm a little disappointed in the legendary we pulled today. I would have liked to pull something a little bit more mainstream for from that legendary. But, you know, that's the way the game rolls sometimes. All right, almost through the mobs. Almost through the waves, then on to the actual fight. The big boss fight. All right. So this should be over pretty quick. And wait for the big hit from my Royal Guard. This guy right here. Boom! Look at that. Look at that. That's a crazy strong shot. I might need to make room in my hero vault, in my champion vault, because I have 30 ancient shards to pull, and I don't know if and we do not have 30 spaces. But I like this. I like getting through this fight. I love that they're doing the lifesteal gear 3x right now. So there's definitely a few champions I could put some lifesteal gear on. Come on, hit him. Get me through this one. There we go. Okay. Sell that. Don't need that. And Days, the worst set in the game. I'll sell that. There we go. All right. Let's go look at how much room I have in my champ. I do not have very much room here. Let's go to my vaults. Let's go to my master vault and just get a few more spaces here. Is my reserve vault going to be cheaper to open up, maybe? Yeah. There we go. We'll go to my reserve vault, and we'll move... Should I move some food in there? What am I gonna move in there? Oh, you know what? I can do some clearing. So I need to do. Let's show you a little bit of the maintenance here, right? So earlier on, you saw I ranked all these guys up. So I'm gonna rank them up again because they are gonna become food. What do I mean by food? They're gonna help me level up my higher ranked champions. I don't have any level 20s to do that with right now. Level 30s. Do I have any other level 30? I have the chickens to spend. I don't need to spend my chickens. All right. So I cleared some room that way, and then we have 10 spaces open. So now we'll go into my champion vaults. We'll go to my reserve vault, which is where you really bury some stuff. And I opened that up already. So let's go ahead and let's just put some of my food into my reserve vault, and I'll come back and get it later. 9 of those. He's food. He's food. Who else is food? Your food. I'll put all this food in there. You and... Oh, you know what? I'll keep that. Ooh, should we rank someone up to level 5? Actually, that'd be fun. Let's rank someone up to level 5. Let's look at my 5-star champions. Oh, no, let's look at my 4-star champions, I mean. Let's look at my 4-star champions. And see who could go up. Ooh. That's actually super legit. My dwarves need a boost here, and she's actually really good. Solid HP champion, can remove debuffs from your own team, puts shield buffs and continuous heal, and has resurrection, which is massive for clearing the Faction Wars content. So we're gonna take her up. Let's take Melga up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Normally I would level these guys up first, but honestly, I just want to move on. So we'll level her up. We're going to ascend her too, which gives her a nice little boost. And Melga now joins the ranks of my 5-star champions. And I actually have a bunch of 5 stars who can all get leveled up now. So that's nice. That should also give me some more... That should give me some more going on here. Do I have enough for Wixwell for the next level? No, I need to really grind Wixwell. All right. Let's open up some of these Ancients now. And we're going to do a 10x summon. Let's not even do it one at a time. Let's just summon 10 at a time and see what we can pop. See what we pop out here. Rare. Ooh, a legendary. What? What? No way. No way. That's insane. That's like a 1% chance or a 0.5% chance. And we just pulled a legendary from a rare shard. That's crazy. That's crazy. Attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a block active skills debuff. 35% chance of true fear. Oh my gosh. Attacks all enemies, inflicts critical hits against targets under block active skills. Heals by 20%. Okay. Attacks all enemies, has a block active skills. Ooh, that can buff up to 100%. That's nutty. That's nutty. Increases ally accuracy in all battles. Whoa. Whoa. That I did not expect. You guys can see my reaction was super legit. I did not expect that at all. That was crazy. To pull that off of an ancient shard? That's absolutely crazy. Did not expect that at all. That is awesome. Wow. All right, what else we get? We have Bombardier, no. Halberdier, okay. War Priest, fine. Trugor, Elder, Candleguard, Lamabur, Madman. I don't know Soulbound Bowyer. Okay, A1 attack all. I like that. And A1 AoE is really good. And it can buff crit only to... Ooh. This is actually really great. And I don't know if this is a great champion. But A1 being attack all enemies is really nice because you can put stun gear on them and they can stun your enemies a whole bunch. But the fact that it's an additional 25% chance of inflicting a critical hit means I don't have to put crit rate as a major thing for this champion. Right? I can get their crit rate up to only 75% and they'll auto crit with this. That's actually awesome. This has an additional 25% chance of critting. This is kind of nutty. All of them. Oh my gosh. Every ability can just crit for 20. 75% of completely depleting target's turn meter and can buff up to 100%. This is actually a crazy champion. What? What? Hold on. Let me look up this because this seems like I should know about her because she's crazy. Yeah. Spirit Affinity was part of a fusion. The A3, yeah, great in Spider, Fire Knight, Faction Wars, Stun Set. Yeah. This rules. She totally rules. That's a huge pull. I mean, pulling a legendary here is insane. But she's also an insane pull. So most of these are kind of mid, right? But hey, Rafi! Rafael Nahum, how are you? Hey, have you played Raid before? Because if you haven't, click the link. Like, download the game. There's a ton of free stuff available right now. New players get all of this stuff. And then on top of that, once you hit level 25, which takes like no time, you can get all of... Is that going to play now? You can get all of this stuff. There's like a ton of cool stuff that's being given away right now. Click the link. Easy support. Thanks for stopping by, dude. I do another 10x summon. Pulling a legendary off of a rare is insane. I need to keep track of how many I pulled. Because also now I have to keep track of my... actually, on my phone, I keep track of the... of where I am on Mercy, right? Like, and now I have to restart my... I have to restart my ancient tracking. So, 1, 2... I think I'm 6 in. Oh, please, let's do it. All right, let's see what we get. If I get an epic on this pull of 10, that would be insane. Rare, 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 rare. Mostly food. This Tiger Soul will be good because I can then I can sell her through. Most of these are food, which is fine. Let's go feed some of them right now, in fact. Let's go feed some of these right now. Rafi, try this out. I'm telling you right now. Joe and I are playing it. It's so fun. Let's see. Let's go in here. And let's feed some of those garbage champs. Every champion has a use. And for some of them, the use is... Oh, wait. He's fusible. Let's hold on to him. Every champion has a use. And for some of them, that use is... You just get eaten by other champions. We're going to get some more shards I want to pull. Well, if you used my link, Sky, you should be getting a bunch of shards. If you use my link, you should have gotten a bunch of shards for it. It's not showing the counter up here. Should be showing that you used it. So I don't know why the counter isn't actually showing anything. But you can get more shards. You can earn them through different rewards. You did use it. I think I got 3. Okay, so when you get to level 25, you'll get more shards. But then you can also grind certain content. One of the easiest ways to get shards early on is by completing missions. Right? Your missions should be easier right now. Missions and quests, though, will help you get shards. Right? You can see I can get shards from weekly quests. Not so much from advanced, but from monthlies. But yeah, that's going to be the easiest way to get shards early on. You can also compete and do these events and things like that. Another way to do it. Let me ask that. Let's see. I'll ask about that. Oh yeah, I was feeding some champions to make room for some more pulls. That's right. Let's go here and get some food out of the way. All right, who did I say was some of my food here? You're definitely food. Candle Guard, Assassin. That's good. I can feed all of them. Great. You're out of my way. Ooh, I can you know what? I can actually use you as food to upgrade the skill of Tiger Soul. I don't need 2 Tiger Souls. So I can go ahead and do that. That's actually a nice way to clear you out. Ahmad Salim, what are you playing? I'm playing Raid Shadow Legends. They sponsored today's tournament. So if you're arriving here late, we had a 4-player mini bracket tournament for Clash Royale earlier today, sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, which I did a sponsor stream with them a few months ago, and I got obsessed with the game. Like, I play so much. And they were willing to sponsor a stream again, and I'm having a blast. I'm really grateful that they're so about being supportive. So we're here hanging out playing. Let's see. Do I want to... let me just check something here really, because I think that you're food. I want to double check before I actually feed you. Yeah, you're definitely food. Because I already have one of these guys. Right? Don't I already have a halberdier that's like in pretty good shape? Because I need halberdier for... Let me just double check something. I know I need halberdier for a fusion. I just want to make sure that I have one. That's Solaris. That's not who I'm looking for. So there's 3 of them down here. Let me go... You know what? Actually, there's an easier way to do this. Let me go back. Before I feed those, let me go back to my Raisin Scarhide fusion. And I need halberdier there. And I have one that's level 30 already locked in. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So I can feed all 3 of those and not even worry about it. Great. Tony the Tiger says, great. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we'll rank you up, Tiger Soul. Why not? With those halberdiers. 1, yes. Yes, I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Upgrade Tiger Soul. Boom, make some more. Boom, making room. Boom, we making room. Do I have any other that I can feed right now? I don't know if a courtier is who I want to... Odachi. I do need some people in that faction. I need to take Lich up to 5, don't I? For that fusion. Now I just want to make a bunch of room. Okay, your food, and your food. Because I've already done your fusion. Boom. Take War Priest up, make her a little stronger. Great. Now I should have enough room to pull that last chunk. Rick, pardon my ignorance, what is this game? This game is called Raid Shadow Legends. They're the sponsor of today's really fun Clash Royale event. Raid Shadow Legends is an RPG hero collector game. It's the #1. It's the best. It's the best in the category. It combines a few things, right? It combines the ability to collect and unlock and upgrade heroes with turn-based competition, turn-based fights. That if you've been playing RPGs for a long time, it's that sort of fight, right? Where you assemble a team, go into a fight, and you go back and forth, taking turns, trying to win those different battles. Right now, what we're trying to do is make enough room for me to summon these ancient shards here. I should be on... Ooh, an epic. What is that? What is that? Oh, first of all, 2 epics. I already have a Balthus. I might end up... I might actually need to save him. Sweet, thanks. Is it mobile? Rick, it's available both on PC, tablet, and phone. So it's mobile, but you can also... Like, I'm playing on PC, but I can go back and play it on my phone as well. So it's available for all those different ones. If you have that, like, RPG, level up your characters, get better gear, do boss fights kind of itch, this game scratches that itch for me as a longtime RPG player. And if you use my code to download it, which is in the link in the description and in the chat, you can get a whole bunch of, like, you can kind of jump weeks ahead in progress in the game with a bunch of extra support stuff and a few rare, and even inside the game, if you play for 7 days, you can get a legendary champion as well. So lots of cool stuff all available right now. Let's see. Abyssal, I've had before. I think I've gotten him before. Demon Spawn with an attack all and block buffs. This is actually, maybe I didn't have him before. Abyssal looks like he might actually be useful. But who is this? Who is this hippo? Skinwalkers is the wildest faction. Skinwalkers is the wild. I tune in for Clash Royale usually. Yeah, mostly it's... This was a Clash Royale stream sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, right? I had a Clash Royale tournament sponsored by Raid. So we did some Clash, and then now we're doing this. Let's see. Bad chance for a stun debuff. Ugh. Increase attack buff, crit rate buff. Yeah, that's pretty mid. But he has revive allies. So this guy is mostly bad, but he has one thing going for him, which is he might be good in faction wars. Yeah, the A3 revive ability. Skinwalkers don't have a reviver, really. So he's actually really huge for faction wars. And why do I keep saying that? Well, once I get through looking at these guys, I'll go show you why in faction wars it's so important to have a reviver. Pig Sticker is a hilarious name. Heal reduction debuff. Destroys max HP. Okay, that's useful in some fights. Okay, so this destroy max HP might be good in a couple things. I've never seen this guy before. Decrease defense buff, cool. Damage increased by debuffs. Increase crit rate, meh. Ooh, Gnarlhorn! I can do my Raisin Scarhide fusion now. Oh, that's huge! This is huge. Okay. I don't know if I can do it like... I can't get through the whole thing on screen. And then another Balthus, which will be good, because I can put him into my... Ooh, a Grave Chill Killer. I already have her, though. This Gnarlhorn pull is actually really key. Because now let's go back to fusions. Raisin Scarhide. So this is a legendary you can get through fusions, right? You don't have to use a shard to get him. Fusions take a while, though. But I have Lich, so I can push Lich forward. I have her, I can push her forward. I don't have these two. And I've been waiting. You can see I have all the red dots mean I have them, right? So I have the 4 rares who I need to fuse this guy. And I had 3, and I just got the 4th. I can fuse her. So I'm going to put a bunch of effort into it, but now I can go and push and fuse Raisin Scarhide, which is going to be massive for this account. Oh boy. Am I having a 3 legendary come up today on the stream? I'm getting a 3 legendary come up on the stream today. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. Let's pull these last few ancients, and then let's go ahead and I'll show you. Rick, if you're still here, I'll go ahead and show you a cool fight. Okay, Grandmaster, that's fine. I have a lot of cleanup to go do in my heroes today, in my champions today. Stout Axeman, okay, I already have him. This has been a huge day for the account. Another Frozen Banshee. She is one of the most... she is one of the most... Rick is saying, Clash Clans and thoughts for Clash Royale. Yeah, I feel you on that one. Might give it a try, thanks. Oh, cool. Excuse me for the sneeze. This is one of the most sought-after rares because she's actually good all the way through endgame stuff. Because not only is she... You can see she does all this poison stuff, but the big thing she does is this ability here, Poison Sensitivity. What does Poison Sensitivity do? Poison Sensitivity means that they get... Every poison you place is a strong poison rather than a weak poison. Right? Increases the damage done by taken by poison by 25 or 50%. Right? So that's actually huge. And she has, if you look at her poison sensitivity, there's that spider. All right, we go down and look at these ones. Where is it? So she has the smaller one, which is still huge. And that's going to make a lot of boss fights. Like she's big in Dragon, big in Clan Boss. She's big for boss fights. So let's do these 4 more. Last one. And Bombardier, who is food. Okay. What a day of polls today. My word. Let's go back and see. Did I get enough? Ooh, I got enough to come down here. I can do... Because I'm trying to get to this. I can do some of those lesser oils. I can get this. And then through some leveling, I'll be able to get this book here. This is maybe one of the biggest days for my account ever. And doing it on stream with you guys is super rad. Wow. Just absolute wow. Oh, man. A little... oh, that's the thing I want to show you guys one more time. Hey, I've mentioned my friend Joe a few times. If you end up playing the game, this is my clan, Hail Slayton, and the clan code is T5S7. I will make some room. I'll kick out some inactive members. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kick out some inactive members who have not played for a while. And I'm going to change... I'm going to temporarily change this to invite only. Save changes. And I'm going to kick out some inactive members. So if you're watching in the stream and you play, you can join my clan and play along me and my friends. Yeah, you're bye. Bye-bye. You... When did you join? You haven't played in 6 days, though. Yeah, you're out. You're out. Let me look at you. You're doing all right. Okay. Let me look at you. Okay, that's a decent account. I'll give him one more day. And then you... I guess I'll give you one more day, too. I've cleared out a few people. So yeah, if you guys join and play, you can join my clan and come be a part of it. Let me refresh this. Okay, so I'll give you guys a look. I'm going to do this one not on auto. So for those of you who are new, you can kind of see how this game works. Now, this should be a pretty easy fight for me. So this is High Katoon, and this ability of hers, which I like to use first. And I get to go first because the level of speed I've put on my team is really high. So this will fill my turn meters, my allies' turn meters, meaning that they'll go. See how this turn meter is like almost there? This one's almost there. This will fill their turn meters and increase their speed so they fill faster. So we're going to start off with this ability. Next, going to my whatchamacallit? My Bellower. Mighty Bellow. I don't like that one here. That's to decrease speed. This is the one I want right here. Attacks all enemies. Chance of decrease attack and decrease defense. So we're going to go ahead and hit him with that one. And I also have a stun set on this guy, so he might stun some of them. No stuns land, but that's okay. Next we go to Xena, and this ability of hers is great. Not only does it attack all enemies and ignore some of their defense, so it hits them harder, but also it will steal some of their turn meter. So it'll give me more chances to go. So I'm going to go ahead and hit them with this. And I already killed 2 of them. Now, my miscreated monster, who looks like a big old Frankenstein, not only has a chance to put a stun on them, but he'll place a shield buff on my team. So we're just going to AoE, hit them with that one. And now he's down to his Rathalos. This ability is an AoE, but it also ignores 10% of defense. So we're just going to go ahead and hit Wrath with it. And that's an easy dub. Easy dub. Gain some arena points. Feeling fresh and foxy. Let's go. What a day. So that was an example of a pretty easy fight. And you can do some of the... Oh, you have a Painkeeper. I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for your cheese. Oh, this might be a much harder fight. I'm going to go ahead and do a fight that I could lose. I have more power than this person, but I certainly could lose this fight because they have... What an amazing team. Yeah, this is so Rector Drath. This healer is one of the healers you can get for free if you download the game with my code. When you hit level 25, you get this one for free, which is really cool. This is one of the best in the game. I have her, but I don't use her in PvP really. This was a free... This was a gift when you download the game with a certain code champion. This one right here, Rathalos, was a 7-day login champion, right? So 3 of these champions were ones that someone was able to get by downloading, probably got them from download codes, and then this. So this is an example of the kind of account you could get to actually pretty quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up my team. I'm going to go ahead and try to debuff them all. Landing a stun over here is nice. That will help. Let's reduce their turn meters. You see, this is much harder than before. Now let's see if we can get some stuns and shields up. Okay, got another stun up, which is good. This ability here attacks everybody, but also could decrease their turn meters again, which is what I really want. So decrease turn meter. It works on Rector Drath. We're gonna go for an AoE hit, but look, they are really strong, and they're gonna get some shots back. All right, so block debuffs is on. So now my debuffs won't work because they have this block debuffs ability. Because she's so good. So I'm not going to do this one because that's useless. I'll go ahead and do his A1 now, which will just do damage. Won't do any debuffs. The debuffs all got blocked. I'm going to go ahead and try to kill... Let's take away some of your damage. There we go. She has the ability to resurrect everybody. I'm going to have to deal with 1 resurrection. Let's go ahead and try to put some hurt on her. We're going to go ahead and keep on doing that. Keep trying to put hurt on her. That's the goal right now. Oh, yeah, and Rector Drath resurrects too. These 2 both resurrecting is really annoying. Rector Drath is out. Rector Drath's res is now on cooldown. So the question here is, can I kill Duchess before Drath gets back to res? And he auto-reses. This is a really annoying team. I told you this might be a fight that I lose here. But if I can get you down before Drath gets back to res. Let's see. Most of them still have block debuffs, so we'll go ahead and just hit with the A1. That hit really hard. Okay. That hit way too hard. This is... If I lose Bellower, my Bellower being 50 in this fight is a real problem. And he's about to hit me really hard right here. Oh boy. I might take the L here. Boom, gone. I knew it. I knew it. I hope I get stuns. I hope I get stuns. I need stuns. Okay, that was huge. We need to get this lady. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is a hard, this fight might have gone south really bad. Oh no, this fight went so bad. Oh my word. All right, let's speed up. This fight went south so fast. I told you this is one I might lose. I wanted to show you guys a fight that I might lose. And I think I misplayed earlier. Oh, what a bad... Oh, boy. GG. GG. Wow. Wow. All right, I'll just end the battle. What a misplay. Wow. Look at that. That's so like, look, these two both have resurrections. This one self-reses. This was just brutal. So it's not just pure power, right? My team power is higher. And also, look at this. This was a free gift, login gift champion. Free login champion. 7-day login in a row champion. And this was a pull. Which I pulled a Duchess Lilith as well from an Ancient Shard. So, like, this is like a free-to-play account that just totally murked me right here. Totally murked me. I mean, that was just emotional. That was brutal. I don't know if I've ever experienced a murking that bad. Oh, boy. Wish another offer would pop up here. That'd be nice. I want to go back and look one more time at these special offers. See if there's anything really good. This is pretty good right here. That one's not bad at all, but not the thing I need right now. Don't need that. This monthly pack, that's actually, so like there's this monthly pack which has 1 Sacred, 3 Voids, and 5 Ancients. 1 Sacred, 3 Voids, 7 Ancients. So this pack is actually better. Unity Skills, I don't like this pack. This is not the one I want. So like if I'm talking about what's a good purchase, this one actually is pretty nice, right? Because you get a Sacred, 3 Voids, and 5 Ancients. You get 1,000 energy, so you can do a lot of grinding. You get 800 gems, which is actually huge. And then you get some Polarium play points, which can unlock more rewards that way. So when I'm talking about what I might buy on here, I actually might go ahead and do that, and then we'll end the stream with some cool pulls. And we want to do that Wixwell. Yeah, I think that's the game plan, folks. That's our game plan. Oh man, I have so much to get to do today. This is so fun. All right, let's go ahead and buy this pack, and we'll do the pulls, and we'll see how it goes. Let me go ahead and get that done. All right, and I'll make sure that I get my receipt. All right, let's go ahead and collect these shards. And let's go do some pulls. All right, we're going to do an order. We're going to pull the rares first, then we'll pull the voids, then we'll end with pulling the sacred. So let's start with these rares. Oh, I need to clean up some more space. All right, Temptress, not bad actually. I know I have a use for her. No, Bakoko. The stream started with Clash Royale as a sponsored stream. So we did a 4-player tournament for Clash Royale to open up the stream. And then Raid Shadow Legends sponsored the stream. Shout out to Raid Shadow Legends, which I play a whole bunch and I'm really excited to partner with them on today's event. They made today's event possible. And so now we're streaming Raid Shadow Legends. And we're actually almost to the end of today's stream. Let's see. I need to make some more room for some... I need to get some more food out of the way. Bombardier is definitely food. Let's see. Oh, do I have any level 30s that I could upgrade using that? Yeah, I'll go ahead and upgrade you. Let's get some of you food champs out of the way. Oh, here we go. There you are. Let's see. I guess I could use those ping. Is there any reason for multiple ping keepers? I know I asked that earlier. I just don't know the answer. I don't think there's any reason for me to keep that. I know not for him. All right. I'm being a little fast and loose with some of these, but it's what needs to happen here. Being a little loose with some of these. Who else can I feed right now? I feel like I'm being so risky. Oh, you know what? I can probably turn that judge. Let's go up to my judge here. Where are you, judge? Oh, did I already max judge out? Never mind. I already maxed judge out. I'll probably sacrifice one painkeeper to upgrade these skills, right? I'll keep the other one. Yeah, I'll keep the other one. Just in case. Just in case 2 painkeepers is useful. Which they might be. I might have just messed up a whole lot. 3 might be super OP. I might have just messed up like crazy, did I? Hope I didn't. Cagebound is trash. I have 2 of him now. But you do want to keep some doubles. Doubles or duplicates are actually kind of useful. All right. I think I made enough room. I made room for 4 more. Okay, so not quite enough room, but close. All right, let's get our last few summons in. Gnarlhorn, a Greybeard. I might feed him. Let's see. Dune Strider. Okay. She might have some usefulness in that faction. Another Gnarlhorn. Okay, well, you know, once the riches start to fill. All right, let's do our first Void Pull. First Void Pull. We have 3 Void Pulls to end the stream. Give me something good. Panthera. Okay, it's a triple attack with decreased turn meter chance once it's ascended. That's actually really good. So this could be really good against Fire Knight. Heal reduction, cool. And reflect damage. This might be like tailor-made for a Fire Knight, for a Fire Knight battle. That's actually really cool. Let me go take a look at you. But you might be like super duper made for a good Fire Knight battle. Panthera Raid. Let's see. But I think you are 100%. Oh, you're Skinwalkers too, which is nice for me. Yeah, you're tailor-made for Fire Knight. But, oh, too many books, though. All right, so it takes too many books, but that's fine. Oh, boy. You know what? Let's just increase. Let's increase it. Let's not waste time trying to make room. Let's just increase the spots. Oh, he's worthless. Wait a second. He's different. He looks a lot like the other guy that I already have. All right, last of our Void Shards. And another Paragon. My Paragon cheese is through the roof. All right, time for our last pull of the day. We're going to pull a Sacred. It is double legendary time right now, right? So the chance is 12% of pulling a legendary. We've pulled 2 legendaries today on stream already. Can we do it a 3rd time? It would be so cool. Good vibes, everybody. Come on. Give me a 3rd one today. An epic. Cage Breaker. He looks super cool. He looks super rad. Decreased defense. Okay, good against bosses. Which one is it, though? It's the good one. It's the big one. Cool. Sleep. Oh, he might be... Okay. I might know the boss fight for him. An AoE destroy max HP. Interesting. Let's look him up. Cage Breaker. An AoE destroy max HP. I think I know what fight he's good for. For random targets. He needs some love, but Scarab King maybe. I thought he'd be good against Sand Devil with the sleep, but I guess not. Maybe because the cooldown is too slow. Yeah, 3-turn cooldown. Maybe it's not great. But he looks super cool. Folks, what a stream. What a collection of crazy pulls we had today. I mean, the pulls today have been insane. Insane. And we got to do some good campaign fights, showed you some of the arena. We didn't do clan boss today. And I think that the only clan boss fight I have is going to take a long, long time. But clan boss is one of the places you can get a lot of stuff done. We got some of my faction war stuff done. I mean, we really kind of like hit through a lot of different parts of the game. This was also only supposed to be an hour. Here's how much fun I have. This was only supposed to be an hour of me doing raid, and we've been doing this since like 11. We've been doing this for like 2 hours. So, I'm really happy that you guys got to share this with me. I hope that you download the game. Use the link in the chat and in the description. Go ahead and download it. You get a bunch of free stuff. Make sure that if you do, that you go ahead after you've done that and go to this really special promotion they're having right now that's only for new players that I can't even use. Very, very cool for this special promotion. The Spring Hunt event you get the chance to win a gaming console. There's $10,000 worth of Amazon gift cards going out. You can you can put your player ID in to springhunt.plarium.com, and you can also get a bunch more in-game rewards. If you use my link and make it to level 25 and use that and you log into the game for 7 days, you jump forward like a month or two almost in progression in the game, all from trying it out today. So I hope that you do. I hope you had fun with today's stream. I know that I had an absolute blast, and I'm glad that y'all were here with me. That's it for today's stream. I will see you guys next year. Big shout out one more time to Raid Shadow Legends for supporting this. And as always, be excellent to each other and party on.